How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Two fairly, you don't want to say easy, but games that Snider was able to win handily. They expect a different story here tonight against a tough Mishawaka team that began its postseason with a 51-7 win over Elkhart Central. And then again last week advanced to this game with a victory over South Bend Adams 27-6. Mishawaka right now comes into this game feeling like they're playing their best football of the season. They've been trending upward. One key for them has been taking care of the football, running that wing T triple option. You could be prone to fumbling the ball. They've been able to improve their ball security, and it has brought them here to this Class 5A regional title game at Wayne High School. And Mishawaka out onto the field now, while Snider's going with a blackout approach. Black pants, black jerseys with the gold numbers, black helmets with Snider across in golden script. Mishawaka comes out with a classic look in its own right. Maroon pants, white jerseys with maroon numbers, white helmets with the numbers on them in maroon, a maroon stripe going down the center of that white helmet. And they are out onto the far sideline.
I believe we've missed the coin flip, and Snider will receive because I see their kickoff return team is already out on the field. So we're about a minute away from kickoff. 10 seconds.
And now captains are being brought out to midfield. No logo at midfield here at Wayne High School, which, again, the field condition here is in good shape. Wayne's season ended several weeks ago, and despite rain a couple of days ago, field relatively dry. A lot of grass. You don't see the mud spots chopped up that you normally would find here at this point of the season in November. And so a crisp Friday evening for a Class 5A title game. As a regional championship, again, the winner moves on next week for semi-state. For Snider, with a win, potentially could be going on the road at Westfield or would be hosting Kokomo. And we'll have score updates from that one throughout the night. They kicked off at 7 o'clock, so already touchdowns on both sides there in the Westfield-Kokomo game.
Well, looks like we're ready to go. Snider's going to receive the kick here. And the wind has basically died down on the south end zone down there, and little bit, John, over here to our left on the north end zone. So Snider's going to go from north to south here to start the game. They're going to have a little bit of breeze to their back early. That could pay off big. Their kicker has a big leg. He kicked the ball very well last week.
Field is set up north to south. Snider is on the west sideline, and Mishawaka across the way on the east sideline. Isaac Nunez to kick off for Mishawaka. He's averaged 50 yards on his kickoffs this season, has had 6 touchbacks, and back to receive for Snider, Mac Hippenhammer. Star senior wide receiver. Lined up back at the 5. It's a squib kick that's collected at the 25-yard line near sideline. And just a short gain as Dom Scott is knocked out of bounds. So Snider's offense will come out onto the field for our first series of the night. Snider set to attack from left to right. Snider offense led by the standout senior quarterback Isaac Stiebling at 6'4", 190 pounds, committed to Eastern Michigan. Has been sensational this season with 25 touchdown passes, completing about 66% of his throws.
He's better in the short game than the long game right now, especially with this win. See if they try to set up Bramlett. Probably try to start with the run early.
Mishawaka features 3 defensive linemen on first down. It's a pass out to the flat on the far side. The pass is completed to Hippenhammer, who's gang tackled after a medium pickup.
That pass complete, Hippenhammer.
3 targets for Stiebling, who really all have about 40 to 50 catches on the season between Hippenhammer as well as David Turner and Malik Bramley. It's 2nd and 3 for Snider at its own 39. Out of the shotgun, Stiebling takes the snap, throws to the flat again on the left side, and again it's Hippenhammer, just short of a first down. It'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, it was a good tackle there by Dominic Walters on that play. Becker had the tackle in the previous play for that. Now the Panthers got a long 3rd and 1. Oddly enough, now they're going to run everybody out there. Stiebling's a guy you really have to watch in the run game, too. They can spread him out, and he is a sprinter when he gets out, when he gets beyond those defensive linemen.
Runs it about 5 times a game, has averaged 20 yards per game on the ground. Takes a shotgun snap, throws to the flat on the right. The pass is caught by Money Woods. He is wrapped up and pushed backwards. We'll see where his forward progress was marked. Looks like it's going to be short.
Yeah, it does. That play was blown up right away. They went to press coverage, which was very smart on the Cavemen's part. Now the Panthers are going to have to punt here. You know, they actually lost almost 2 yards on that play.
Woods made the grab around the 40 and was immediately forced back. So a 4th and 3 for Snider at its own 39. And now the Panthers bring out the punting unit. Trent Morgan is pressured, gets the kickoff. Kicked out towards the far side around the 40, and it rolls out of bounds around the Mishawaka 30-yard line. And now the Cavemen's offense comes out for the first time tonight. We've played nearly 2 minutes. No score in the first quarter. A Class 5A regional championship.
Looks like they spotted that at about the 30, didn't they, John? So shows the 39 on the 34. Well, here comes the defense, John, that the Panthers, quite frankly, haven't seen in quite a while here. A little bit different here. They got to be very disciplined. The Cavemen just need to stay in their lanes and block well, and they'll have a good. They'll do very well in their run game because Snider just hasn't seen this type of offense all season.
It's a wing tee, a triple option. Picture Navy or Georgia Tech. And on first down, the senior quarterback, Darian Phillips, gives it off to the fullback, Peyton Marshall, who has stuffed up the middle.
Yeah, I think that time he was met by either Drew Brelsford. Pretty sure that was Drew Brelsford in on that tackle that time.
Drew Brelsford, the senior linebacker, is the leading tackler for Snider this year with 59 tackles. Also has 3 sacks and a couple of interceptions. The 2nd and 5 for Mishawaka in the white jerseys at its own 38.
Oh.
The quarterback, Phillips, keeps it himself, and he gets rocked after a gain of 1 or so.
That was Janari Brown on the tackle for the Panthers, who came down. He might actually be the spy on the quarterback. We'll see that here and see what happens if one of the linebackers is spying the running back and the other one's got the quarterback. See if they will try to work the edge a little bit on this or just simply keep it right up the middle.
Snider went 3 and out on its first drive. Now Mishawaka faces a 3rd and 2 at its own 41. Darian Phillips under center takes the snap, pitches it out towards the right. It's Greg Burns who has a first down. He's across midfield and shoved out of bounds at around the Snider 45. That's a first down for the Mishawaka Cavemen.
Absolutely perfectly planned play there by them. The quarterback faked the ball up the middle, went down the line and got the defensive end to commit to him, and as soon as they see that, it's an automatic pitch to the running back there, and give the credit probably to the wide receiver on that side of the field that had a really nice block to spring him for the first down.
Fresh set of downs now for Mishawaka into Snider territory with less than 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. No score.
Fumble.
The snap is fumbled. Dog pile. The ball
Snider
spills out towards the 50. Snider says they have it, and the Panthers do.
Looks like they got it on the 40. I'm going to say probably the 49.
The safety, D'Angelo Stroud, pounced on the mishandled snap. And so this Mishawaka team, which should come into this game protecting the ball, turns it over, a fumble on its first drive. And Snider now has the ball at the Mishawaka 49 with 8:49 left in the first quarter.
And this is where you got to be really careful on that side of the field. Any plays in the book from the Panthers from this distance.
Panthers in all black. Isaac Stiebling in the gun. One man behind him. He hands it off. And Money Woods is wrapped up around the line of scrimmage. Or make that Dom Scott.
And that was Devin Gounet on the tackle there. That was a good tackle. The wide receiver, David Turner, missed him, and he was able to get in the backfield.
No huddle for Snider. One receiver on the left, three on the right. Before the snap, some movement. And there was movement from the Mishawaka side. Encroachment, a 5-yard penalty. Now the ball is spotted at the Mishawaka 47. 2nd and 7 for Snider. Shotgun snap to Stiebling. He fakes. He runs up the middle. Has space. He's got the 40 up to the 35. He's tackled by Devin Wakes. That's a first down for Snider.
Yeah, we talked about that. He's a good runner. You know, if he takes that more as an angle towards the edge, he's a guy that can outrun safeties and corners with no problem whatsoever. So Snider got him to spread it out, and it looks like they're going to try and do it again.
The all-SAC quarterback looks to the sideline as there are 2 wide receivers set up on both sides. Mishawaka with 3 down linemen. 7:55 left, first quarter, no scores. Snider and Mishawaka. A fake on the handoff. And Stiebling runs out towards the 30, and he takes a spill there. Kevin Banks, a linebacker, with a nice tackle.
The Panthers right there, they had Kenny Hurt pulling around from his left tackle. I think he's playing left. Yes, he is playing left tackle today. And he came around from his position there. He missed his block, but was still able to get just enough yards for Stiebling for 5 extra yards right there.
Hurt on the left side of the line along with Trevor Thomas. On 2nd and 6, Stiebling throws. It's caught across the middle. David Turner to the 15-yard line, out towards the far sideline, and he's in for 6. Touchdown, Snider. 6-0 Panthers with 7:10 to go in the first quarter.
What a good play there. That was just a straight slant route over the middle by Turner there, and he caught it, and that was a 31-yard strike, John. That's the way Snider wanted to start the game tonight.
Snider's offense likes to score as soon as it has the ball. Mishawaka, a slower pace, but they'll have to play from behind. 6-0 Snider. And now a chance to make it 7-0. As Paul Boosman is on for the extra point, and he knocks it straight through. That's another scoring drive from Best Deal Auto Sales. If you want to score on your next drive, choose a car, truck, or SUV from any of the Best Deal Auto Sales locations around the area. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales. Snider 7, Mishawaka nothing with 7:10 left in the first quarter. Ryan, what'd you like on that drive for the Panthers?
Well, I like the fact that they actually spread them out and let Stiebling kind of call his own number there and just read where the linebackers were going with the Cavemen are playing a zone defense back there. And when you do that and you drop into coverage, sometimes you don't get a chance to see that quarterback and what he's doing. But the coaching staff for the Panthers has already recognized that they're dropping out of coverage and that whole middle's wide open. And then you go to a play action or a quick pass play and that middle's still wide open. And then when you got a guy like David Turner who can run, that just absolutely opens things up for the Panthers. I'm sure next drive they'll try and establish the run game, but now they're going to kick off here with 7:10 here in the first quarter.
7 points for Snider off of the Mishawaka turnover. As the cheerleaders and some of, say, the more spontaneous Snider students who are bare-chested here on a night with the temperature around 40 degrees doing push-ups on the track. Kick in the air from left to right. It's received back at the 10-yard line. And taken up to about the 30. That was Ryan Robolewski on the return for Mishawaka.
He got upended right there. That was a good kick coverage by the Panthers. One of the things we talked about in the pregame that they haven't done real well this year is cover the kickoffs. And now the Mishawaka's got to start a little bit deeper in their own territory this time than their last drive.
Mishawaka will set up shop on the left hash at their own 29 with 7:04 left in the first quarter. Two wide receivers out on the far side of the field. That's as many wideouts as you'll see a Mishawaka offense run. On first down, it's a run up the middle for a moderate gain. That's the quarterback, Darian Phillips, who kept it himself. And he's just a bit short of a first down.
Yeah, and he was tackled that time by the sophomore Austin France. I think Taj Starks came up and helped in that tackle as well. But they're getting a good push with that offensive line right now. And, they just need to stick with that, stay on target with what they want to do. And they can get back in the game fairly quick if they just do what do their job.
Mishawaka, not all that big of a team. They really rely on execution. It's a play action. Throw across the middle. Incomplete, but a flag comes out. The throw is across the middle. A slant intended for Vernon Daniels.
I think they're going to call hands to the face.
It appeared to be inadvertent, but nevertheless, that was the case. And so that's a personal foul against Snider on the face mask. That gives Mishawaka a first down. Otherwise, it would have been 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and the Panthers had that pass play read pretty well right there. Unfortunately, they just got caught with their hand up and got in his face mask. It was just an awkward play. It's just one of those football plays, to be quite honest with you. It's like a baseball rolling down the first baseline and hitting the base. How many times does that happen? It's just a baseball play.
It's a fair ball.
Yep, fair ball.
Phillips, in 11 games this year as quarterback, has only attempted 47 passes. Last week, he threw it only twice. Calls his own number on first down. Or check that gives off to the fullback, Peyton Marshall, who runs to the left side of the line. Picks up a gain of 4. 6:10 to go, first quarter. Snider 7, Mishawaka nothing.
Yeah, and the Panthers are getting pushed around a little bit on the defensive line. McDowell made the tackle for him on that time, but that was after he was already 5 yards down the field. They see something they like right over the center. He may be one of their better blockers for the Caveman, so they're using him to key off of which way to go.
Marshall, who's averaged 73 yards per game on the ground, does not get the carry. It's a keeper for Phillips, running outside right tackle. He's got a first down and more, diving across to the 20. A big gainer for the senior Phillips.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the Panthers were even thinking on that right there, because it was a for sure pass formation that they were in, and he just saw everybody vacate that right side, and he just took off. That may have been an actual pass play that he just read perfectly and took off with the run right there.
And Phillips makes it all the way into the Snider 15, so for the first time tonight, Mishawaka is in the red zone. A 1st and 10 at the Snider 15 with 5:41 to go in the first quarter. Snider has a 7-0 lead on Mishawaka in his Class 5A regional championship game.
See if the Panthers might put somebody over the center here shortly to make him try to run a little bit wider.
Some big young talent on the defensive line for Snider. On 1st and 10, it's a QB keeper. That time a marginal gain for Phillips, who dives forward for just a yard or so.
Yeah, and that, like I said, they're seeing the same thing I'm seeing. Nobody's covering the center or going in the middle there, and the linebackers are probably outside the guards for the Panthers or the tackles, and that's just an easy read. If they're outside that, you're going to go inside it. So, and that's exactly what the Cavemen are doing right now.
For Mishawaka, it's 2nd and 7 at the Snider 12. One wide receiver on the right side, 2 on the left. One man in the backfield. It's another QB keeper, and this time Phillips is wrapped up and stuffed around the line.
That time the ends did a lot better job that time of collapsing down on him after he put the ball in the belly of the first fullback and didn't give it to him. Then they were able to read it. So Snider still really isn't respecting any passing from Mishawaka at this point. Big third down play here.
Talking to Coach Tittman, he said the key to the defense would be the performance of the guys on the line. It's 3rd and 4 for Mishawaka at the Snider 9, with the clock now at 4:10 in the first quarter. One wide receiver on each side, motion in the backfield. It's a handoff to the fullback, Peyton Marshall, who sniffs a yard or so. It's 4th down now for Mishawaka. Their field goal kicker, Isaac Nunez, 1 for 4 on field goal attempts this year. He'll stay on the sideline as the Mishawaka offense remains on the field.
Big fourth down right here. Early in the game especially.
First quarter, 3.5 minutes to go. It's 4th and 3 at the Snider 8. Quarterback Phillips takes it himself, running
Close.
right guard. He fights forward. The officials over the spot, and he didn't get it.
The defense is coming off the field, but they're going to measure.
Well, D'Angelo Stroud, a Snider safety, came running off the field, clapping his hands, pumping his fist, but the officials will bring out the chains to measure. It's like the nose of the football is just about at the 5. They stretch it out, and by a couple inches, Mishawaka is short. That's a turnover on downs, and the Panthers will take over with 3:25 to go in the first quarter, already on top 7-0. Big stop for the Snider D.
Absolutely. You know, they had to have it when they got it. That bend but don't break defense did it one more time for the Panthers, and now they're starting deep in their own zone. But really, honestly, it doesn't matter where Snider's on the field. Their playbook is extensive, and they've even ran out one of their fullbacks out there this time, Stroud, who they may just throw this ball to. So here we go again. Snider starting from their own 8-yard line.
And on first down, it's a handoff to Money Woods. A modest pickup. And the 5'8" junior is dragged down after a gain of 1. Linebacker Kevin Banks in on the tackle.
Yeah, those linebackers are very good for the Cavemen. They get downhill fairly quickly and get in the backfield, and the Panthers maybe a half a yard on that play.
So backed up at their own 9. The Panthers now have a 2nd and 9. It's play action. Isaac Stiebling is pressured, throws it up in the middle. It's incomplete. Off the hands of Luke Campbell, a safety for Mishawaka, who is camped out in the middle of the field. Stiebling threw that one off of his back foot as he was around his goal line, and a fortunate break for Snider.
That was very dangerous for the Panthers right there. Dangerous that he threw it out of the end zone. Dangerous that he threw it in the area of the field where everybody's at, in the middle.
2:51 first quarter for Snider. It's 3rd and 9 at the Panthers' own 6. Shotgun snap for Stiebling. A blitz comes. Stiebling throws to David Turner around the 15-yard line.
Very close to a first down.
Indeed it is. That's a big 3rd down pickup for Snider. Any 3rd down pickup you want, but especially in that situation, backed up inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and I'm watching the Snider offense. Their tight end is now getting out into formations now, getting out down the field, and he's been wide open. See if they use him.
Tight end Bryson Haft. Shotgun snap for Isaac Stiebling. Throws to the left sideline and overshoots the target. It was Mac Hippenhammer.
I think his internal clock went off there, John, and he just said, you know what, I'm going to throw this one out of bounds. No harm, no foul here. We'll get another play here. And, you know, they've moved it out to the 16-yard line, which is, you know, more manageable situation for them. See if the Panthers try to work the edge a little bit on the run here.
2:28 to go first quarter. Snider 7, Mishawaka nothing. On 2nd and 10, play action. Throw for David Turner on the left side. Makes the catch, runs across the 25 up to the 30. That's a first down for Snider. Move the chains again.
Yeah, I thought he gave the ball to Money right there. Money Woods, had he given it to him, there was a clear path with nobody within 40 yards if he gets that ball. But very good play there. Good block by Hippenhammer out there on the left side, all the way across the field from us. Just a beautiful block to spring David Turner for another first down.
1st and 10 at the 28. Roll out to the right, and Stiebling's pass is dropped by David Turner.
And he's hurt. Turner reached down and grabbed his, maybe a hamstring there, John?
His left leg.
Yeah. Can't tell. It's right at his knee.
But he goes back towards, well, there is no huddle, and no huddle offense here for Snider, but he'll stay on the field. 2nd and 10.
I don't know if he just slipped on that play and then dropped the ball.
Shotgun snap, play action, throw to the right side, incomplete. That time Stiebling was too tall for Malik Bramley, who has pretty good size at 6'3". The throw
generally we see
too high.
Bramley running very vertical routes right there. Interesting to see that he's coming over the middle on a post or a slant play right there. Snider not really trying to run the ball as of yet.
I don't know about you during your career, but I usually reach down to grab the leg after a drop. It wasn't after the catch.
Yeah, I didn't play much football, so it didn't matter.
1:59 first quarter, 3rd and 10. Stiebling back to throw. He's pressured and hit. Dropped for a sack.
And that's a good coverage sack by the Cavemen right there. Everybody was out in coverage. There was nobody open that time for the Panthers. Although Panthers were able to run some time off the clock. Probably 4 minutes they've been able to run off the clock thus far, but unfortunately they're going to have to punt here and give the Cavemen fairly good field position right here at the end of the first quarter.
Shandon Wilson, a defensive lineman with a sack there. 6'7".
Ooh, big one.
Hard to block. The punt now is blocked. Snider's Trent Morgan has his punt blocked, and Mishawaka will have excellent field position with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Punt was blocked. The ball spilled out towards the left sideline. And Mishawaka's offense comes out now with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Snider has a 7-0 lead. Mishawaka, which drove inside the 10 on its last trip before turning it over on downs. Mishawaka turned the ball over on a fumble on its first possession.
Yeah, that really wasn't that bad of a snap. He just had to reach down and get it. That punting formation is not one that I'm very fond of because you get some free runners. And if you don't block them, they're right there on your punter. So see what the Cavemen can do.
On first down, it's a handoff, and Snider's defensive line gets a push. And a gain of only 1 on that handoff for Greg Burns, the tailback.
I think that was Marcus Green maybe on that tackle, number 99.
Green, a 6'2", 210-pound senior who has led Snider in sacks this year with 9.5. That time stopping the run, as we're inside of 1 minute in the first quarter. Snider has the 7-0 lead. Mishawaka has the ball at the Snider 19. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the triple option, it's another handoff for a gain of 1 again. That time a handoff for Peyton
Marshall. See if we
Marshall.
even have another play here.
Mishawaka with that slow, deliberate approach, running the triple option. The play clock right now is at 20 seconds, game clock at 12 seconds, and Mishawaka won't run another play. Off to the sideline, and so after 1 quarter here in this Class 5A regional title game, it's Snider 7, Mishawaka nothing. A 1 scoring play in the first quarter. Isaac Stiebling hooking up with David Turner for a 31-yard touchdown pass midway through that first quarter. Now it's a break in the action. You're listening to the Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week on ESPN Radio 106.7.
Before or after the game or anytime, Pizza Hut invites you to come in and enjoy a large, hot-from-the-oven pizza with your choice of crust and toppings beginning at $11. Or have you tried Pizza Hut's award-winning Wing Street Wings? Available in 3 styles and 8 great flavors from mild to hot, Wing Street Wings are crowd pleasers. Want exclusive deals and savings? Become a Hut lover by signing up at PizzaHut.com. With dine-in, carry-out, or delivery, order America's favorite pizza and award-winning Wing Street Wings at Pizza Hut. The perfect post-game destination is your convenient hometown Pizza Hut.
When the time comes to choose a physical therapist, choose Mallers and Swoverland. After surgery, a sports-related injury, an accident, or for the rehabilitation from a medical condition. If you need physical therapy, tell your doctor your choice is Mallers and Swoverland. They address the problem, not just the symptoms. From issues like neck and back pain to workers' comp, they fully understand the importance of a proper recovery and rehabilitation of sports-related injuries. Mallers and Swoverland Orthopedic Physical Therapy. Your choice for results. Get more info by visiting msoptherapy.com.
It's high school football. Presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
On 3rd and 8 for Mishawaka, it's a pitch out to the right side of Greg Burns. On 3rd and 8, gets 7, and it'll set up a 4th and short. That was the opening play of the second quarter. Snider 7, Mishawaka nothing. With Ryan Dellinger, John Nolan, so glad to have you with us here for the Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week here tonight on ESPN 106.7.
Another big fourth down here for both teams.
Mishawaka going from left to right. In the first quarter, they were stopped around the 5-yard line. The quarterback, Darian Phillips, keeps it himself and wiggles forward for a first down. Needed 1, got about 2.
Yep. Yeah, they just work that same play they've done a few times here where they just go wherever the center goes, really, and I like that play because if you're not going to cover him, why not run it? We saw Notre Dame used to do that a long time ago with Lou Holtz with Rick Meyer. He'd just say, okay, Rick, run wherever the center goes, and he would follow him.
Darian Phillips on the season has averaged 114 yards per game on the ground while throwing for only about 47 yards a game. First and goal from the 9. Up the middle, Phillips across the 5, and he's down at about the 1.
And somebody's number 11 is running off the field.
It's Daniel Hesh,
yeah,
one of Mishawaka's halfbacks. Second and goal at the Snider 1 for Mishawaka.
Somebody's shoe came off.
Game clock is stopped with 11:13 to go, second quarter, and now, after everyone's shoes are on, you got your shoes on?
I do. I got mine on.
Set to go for second and goal from the 1. Bunch formation in the backfield, a wide receiver on each side. Phillips under center, keeps it himself, plows forward, awaiting a signal from the officials. Touchdown! Mishawaka is on the board. With 10:52 to go, second quarter, Snider's lead for the moment just won at 7-6 as the extra point unit comes on for the Cavemen.
Yeah, good set of plays there after the turnover. You know, really establish and run. That third down play was huge when they got like 8 of the 9 yards they needed there. But here the extra point will be huge kicking that way.
Nunez at about 90% on extra points on the season. Kicking to the right end zone. Good snap, good hold, and the kick hits the left upright and bounces forward. No good. And so Snider stays on top after Mishawaka misses the extra point. 10:52 to go, second quarter. Snider leads Mishawaka 7-6. You're listening to the Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week on ESPN 106.7.
Hi, I'm Charlie Momper from Momper Insulation. We've been around since 1956, and we're still the #1 name in insulation. Chances are you've seen us re-insulating the home in your neighborhood, where we blow insulation into the sidewalls and attic to make your heating and cooling more efficient. Give us a call and let's talk about all the insulation options we have available to help you save money. I know we can do the job for you. You've got my word on it. Call us at 432-7543.
Welcome to Friday Night Football, presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
We're at Wayne High School tonight. Wayne Stadium, the scene for the Class 5A Regional Championship game between 10-1 Snider and 8-3 Mishawaka. Snider 7, Mishawaka 6. The Cavemen just got on the board. Darian Phillips, the quarterback, had a 1-yard touchdown run. Mishawaka kicking off from left to right, and the kickoff goes out of bounds on the far sideline.
We'll see what Coach Tittman does here. He's had him re-kick a lot. A lot of teams have had to re-kick this year against him because they don't want to kick to him, and he makes them do it eventually. But it looks like he's going to take the ball at the 35 this time.
Snider certainly has some capable return men in Matt Kippenhammer, David Turner, Malik Bramley, and Money Woods. Just like the offense, the special team's so versatile and deep.
Yeah, they just have weapons all over the place. And then their up-backs in that are Bramley, and they've got Dom Scott up there. So there's no safety cushion back there that you can kick to that you feel safe. So Mishawaka elects to kick it out of bounds.
Snider spreads the field on 1st and 10 from its own 35. The 6'4" senior Isaac Stiebling takes the shotgun snap, throws near sideline. It's caught by David Turner. He's across the 40 and shoved out of bounds at around the 45-yard line, which he needed for a first down. I'll say he got knocked down at the 44. So that'll make it 2nd and short.
Interesting on that play is they lined Hippenhammer and Turner up over there, and both defensive backs took Turner while Hippenhammer was running wide open down the field.
It's Hippenhammer who's lined up near sideline. Snap to Stiebling. He rolls right, throws, incomplete. Underthrew Malik Bramley. Pass was intended for about the 43-yard line into Mishawaka territory. It'll now be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I think really right now Snider's not willing to try to run the ball yet. And we said that they like to pass to set up the run, but that was a very manageable down and distance there. Now they've got a full yard to go, and this is a for sure run play. Maybe they don't here and they go play action and throw to their fullback, but we'll see what happens right here.
I formation for Snider. Wide receiver on each side. On 3rd and 1, it's a handoff. And it's a run for Tom Scott, who fell forward just enough to move the chains.
Barely. You said the Cavemen have been getting really good push up the middle against the Snider offensive line. And it looks like, I think it's big 70 in there. The 6'7". He's playing defensive tackle right now. He's very good pass rusher.
1st and 10 for Snider. Stiebling rolls right, and he's hit in the backfield. Loss of a couple for Snider on 1st down with 10:15 to go in the first half. Snider 7, Mishawaka 6. The winner advances to continue its season next Friday night. A semi-state loser, and the season is over. Mishawaka moved before the snap, but gets back. 2nd and 11 for Snider at its own 44. Stiebling takes the shotgun snap. Now he runs up the middle, has space. He's across midfield to the Mishawaka 45, dancing forward and spun down at the 41. 1st down, Panthers.
Yeah, I think Coach Tippmann would like him to go down there. That ball was out there for anybody to hit right there, but good read again, spread them out, and it was a good read. There was just a single linebacker in the middle of the field when they all dropped out, and one-on-one coverage is not going to do it when they actually got a lineman out there to block that linebacker. So now let's see if Snider's got Dom Scott back there. They actually try to establish a run.
On 1st and 10, it is a handoff to Scott. He has space across the 35, dragged down at the 30. Another Snider 1st down. 3 consecutive plays with a 1st down for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers, when they get the rhythm going on offense, they're very tough to stop. Really, they stop themselves if anything happens. But now they're going to spread it out 4 wide once again.
Snider in black and gold.
Yeah, and they're in the hurry-up for sure.
On a night in which the temperature is in the low 40s, the wind has died down. Oh, the wind factor, it could feel like it's in the 30s. On 1st and 10, a handoff for David Turner, who's hit on the far side just outside of the numbers. Drilled for no gain with less than 9 minutes to go in the first half. Snider up a point on Mishawaka. First ever meeting between these two.
Yeah, that time they tried the jet sweep, and Sanders came up and made an awesome tackle. They're actually flipping David Turner completely up in the air.
Ball spotted on the right hash. 2nd and 10 for Snider. Isaac Stiebling takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. Maneuvers forward across the 30. And he'll set up a 3rd and medium. I'll only give him 3. A 3rd and long. 3rd and 7 for Snider at the Mishawaka 30.
This is about the down and distance when he hit Turner over the middle in the first quarter for the score. So see if they go back to that type of play right here.
That was a 31-yard touchdown pass with 7:10 to go in the first quarter. Now in the second quarter, Stiebling back to throw. A flag is thrown as the pass is incomplete on the far sideline. It was dropped by Malik Bramley. And we'll see if that flag is holding.
It is holding on the defense. We saw the defensive back absolutely grab Turner as he made his turn there. Well, at least we think it will be holding. You don't get these breaks in baseball to talk about penalties, do you, John?
Oh, no.
Maybe
you try not to talk about balls and strikes either.
Oh, they're good.
That is holding on the defense. That equals another 1st down for Snider with 7:58 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, that time Turner was trying to run the route that he actually scored on. It's just two guys grabbed him there. But the thing that's happening is Bramley's still not catching the ball, and that ball was definitely catchable. Hit him right in the hands.
Has 40 catches, including 6 touchdowns on the season. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff for Dom Scott. He runs forward, plows up to the 15. Gains 4. It's 2nd and 6.
And Snider's actually the one burning clock here. This is something you don't normally see from them, but they're the ones trying to burn a lot of clock here and not let Mishawaka get the ball back.
Snider has averaged 46 points per game this year, leading 7-6. On 2nd and 7, it's a handoff. Dom Scott runs outside the numbers left side, and he was met by an army of tacklers in white.
I watched Coach Tippmann right there, and he's thinking the same thing I am. Why didn't you turn that up earlier? He was very animated at the end of that play with Scott for trying to bounce it too far outside. But Snider's got a manageable 3rd down and about 4 yards.
Scott was stopped there at the Mishawaka 11. 3rd and 4 for Snider.
Watch out for Stiebling running the ball again here. He's got one linebacker he's got to worry about.
2 wide receivers left, 1 right. Dom Scott to the right of Stiebling in the shotgun.
Timeout.
And with a big 3rd and 4 here, timeout called by Snider. .648, second quarter. Snider 7, Mishawaka 6. What do you think so far?
Well, I think it's pretty much what we anticipated. A very good offensive line for the Cavemen, who've been able to really dominate. If it weren't for that turnover, I'm not sure Snider would be on the board right now. But, I think Snider's doing what they want to do in the short, quick passing game. And definitely that wing T offense or the option offense that the Cavemen are running is very effective. We'll just have to see, which team makes the biggest adjustment in the second half. Or even here, what do we got left? About six minutes, a little over 6 minutes left. And I think it's pretty much what we thought it would be. It's been a pretty clean game thus far. Good tackling, some big hits. Very good game.
Well, after last night's practice for Snider, Coach Kurt Tippmann really stressed to his team that this was going to be a dogfight of a game. Snider has had a lot of blowout victories this year, but he preached to his team that Mishawaka is such a tough team, and with the style of play that they have and eating a lot of clock, this one is going to go down to the wire, he thinks. Big 3rd and 4 for Snider at the Mishawaka 11. It's a handoff to Scott. He has space up the middle. Touchdown, Panthers. An 11-yard touchdown run for Dom Scott. And Snider stretches its lead to 13-6 with 6:44 to go in the half.
Wow, I think they were really anticipating a pass there, John, and it didn't come. And Snider went with the draw play, and it worked to perfection. Dom Scott from 11 yards out. That capped a 65-yard drive. That's a good clock eater and scoring opportunity. Now the extra point for the Panthers.
Paul Boosman out for the boot, and he knocks it straight through. And scoring drive brought to you by Best Deal Auto Sales. If you want to score on your next drive, choose a car, truck, or SUV from any of the Best Deal Auto Sales locations around the Fort Wayne area. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales. Snider 14, Mishawaka 6. 6:44 to go, second quarter. You're listening to the Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week on ESPN 106.7.
Making it easy to get the best deal.
For 16 years, Northeast Indiana finds the best deals on quality previously owned vehicles at Best Deal Auto Sales. Reliable vehicles offered at or below wholesale prices. The selection is great and the deals are even better at any of the Best Deal Auto Sales for Northeast Indiana locations. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales.
Best Deal Auto Sales.
BestDealAutoSalesOnline.com. We're back to the field, presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
Snider leads Mishawaka 14-6 in the Class 5A regional title game. Snider, after a touchdown, kicks off from right to left, and Paul Boosman's kick is returned out to about the 35-yard line on the far side of the field by Morgan for Mishawaka. as the Cavemen offense comes out with the white jerseys and the maroon pants.
Yeah, one score update, John. At halftime, these two teams will face the winner of Westfield and Kokomo. And Kokomo's winning at halftime 14-13 over Westfield.
Next Friday night, semi-state. Should Snider advance and Westfield wins, then the Panthers would be on the road. If Snider wins and Kokomo wins, then the Panthers will be at home. But tonight, against Mishawaka with 6:38 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Cavemen at their own 31. It's a handoff and not a handoff, but Darian Phillips, the quarterback, keeps it himself, but he's stuffed around the line of scrimmage. Picks up a few. 2nd and 7 for Mishawaka and its own 34.
That time Marcus Green just came right down the line and crushed the quarterback as soon as he went over the line of scrimmage. I actually think he's the one who pushed him the 2 yards.
4 down linemen for the Panthers in black. 2nd and 7. It's a pitch out to the far side. Vernon Daniels has space on the sideline, and he's knocked out of bounds after picking up just enough for a first down for Mishawaka.
Yeah, and the safety or the corner over there for the Panthers, he's over pursuing at this point, which he's getting his shoulders turned where he's actually got his shoulders facing the quarterback. They need to be facing the north-south direction to be able to stop that pitch play there, and the Panthers have not been able to figure that out yet.
Demarius Ridley with the tackle for Snider, but now for Mishawaka, it's 1st and 10. Cavemen have it at their own 44 with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Panthers have a 14-6 lead. It's a handoff to the fullback, Peyton Marshall. He runs outside the left hash into Snider territory before he's tripped up at around the Panthers' 47. It's a gain of 9, and it's 2nd and short.
Yeah, they're getting such a good push with that offensive line. They're picking one guy to run behind and double team, and the guy that's in front of him and able to get big yards out of it. Now is this the time that the Cavemen try to throw a pass on 2nd and short?
Only one pass attempt so far tonight, and there was a penalty on the play. No pass. Instead, it's Phillips again who runs up the middle and has enough for a first down as Mishawaka drives from left to right in the second quarter with 5:18 to go before the half.
It was a good thing he wasn't looking to hand that off to the other running back because he fell down in the backfield. It's a good thing he called his own number on that play.
Phillips runs it himself about 20 times a game, and he's on track for that here again tonight. 2 wide receivers on the right side. It's a pitch to Greg Burns, and he is stopped in the backfield for a loss. Marcus Green in on the stop for Snider.
Yeah, they tried to run a big sweep that time, but too good of a penetration by the Panthers. Now it moves them back, and one thing the Cavemen certainly wouldn't want to do is end up in 3rd and long here. See if they run the option play again. It seems to have worked because they've been able to get the Snider guys off balance on the edge.
It's a fairly young defensive line for Snider, but the Panthers have said that games like this come down to seniors, and that time it was a senior in Marcus Green with a tackle for a loss. QB keeper and Darian Phillips is swallowed up. Nowhere to go. It's 3rd and long for Mishawaka.
Yeah, and you see the Mishawaka getting their punt team ready to go, which is something they don't want to do here. Do they go pass here? I don't know. Maybe they keep it on the ground and just try to play it safe here. And because it is 3rd and about 13?
3rd and 13 for Mishawaka at the Snider 46. Inside of 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Snider 14, Mishawaka 6. 1 wide receiver each side, man in motion. Phillips back to throw, airs it out left side, incomplete. It drops down incomplete at the Snider 28. That sets up 4th down for Mishawaka, and the punt unit comes out.
Yeah, that's a big stop for the Panthers after, they really drove, about 35 yards of their own right there. And now the Panthers are going to have the opportunity to return a punt here. And last week, Hippenhammer was absolutely amazing in the punt return game. In punt return yardage last week, he had over 150 yards. So we'll see if he can continue that hot streak up this week, or if Snider even goes after this punter.
For Mishawaka, the punter is a sophomore, Cam Collenbeck. He's averaged 37 yards on his punts this season. It's his first punt tonight. From his own 44, it's a good kick. Hippenhammer receives it at his own 13, dances out to the 20, and he's wrapped up there. Tackle made by Joseph Howe. And so Snider in front, 14-6, sends the offense out with 3:28 to go before the half, a chance to add points and build a comfortable halftime lead.
Let's see if they go right back to that draw again, because I think it'll work, because I think they would be anticipating pass here with this time and distance to go here, but see if they try a draw once, to see if they can use up a little bit of the clock. Of course, the Cavemen will get the ball to start the second half.
For Snider in the all-black on 1st and 10, it's a handoff for Money Woods. He bounces outside the left tackle towards the sideline, has a first down before he's wrapped up at the 35. First down, Panthers.
You're watching Snider's offensive line now. They're really pulling their tackles and their guards around, and that's really opening up lanes because they're getting the defense off of their balance position where they're at there, and they're opening up some big holes. Now they're in a little bit better area to throw some passes with 3:13 to go.
Young offensive line for Snider has really gelled over the course of the season. 1st and 10 from the 34. Isaac Stiebling breaks the tackle in the backfield, scampers out to the far side, picks up a few. He runs out of bounds. Second and medium with 2:58 to go in the second quarter. It was tough to tell from this side of the field whether if on the far sideline Stiebling was knocked out or was hit after he was already out of bounds, but no flag.
Either way, I think that defensive back already had him around his waist and was pulling him down as they were going out of bounds.
2nd and 5 for Snider at its own 39. Low snap, Stiebling handles, throws to the flat left side. It's caught by Mac Hippenhammer. He breaks the tackle, sprints across midfield, and is tripped up at the Mishawaka 45. First down, Snider.
And you see what Snider was doing right there. They know they're in zone because the safety is playing so deep, or the corner was on that one. It was an easy read, pitch, and catch that they knew that all they had to do is sit in that so soft zone right there, and they're easily going to have a complete pass. And, Stiebling's really in rhythm tonight.
See that great chemistry between Stiebling and his trio of standout receivers. That time it was Mac Hippenhammer, but David Turner, Malik Bramley, all terrific options. Those guys play together year-round. On 1st and 10 from the Mishawaka 44, Stiebling rolls out, and he hits his target, Bramley, for a first down at the Mishawaka 33-yard line.
You'll see if Snider runs that exact same similar play. They have a handoff play out of that where they get everybody going that way, and then they give it to the running back, and he comes back across the formation, and it looks like there's a timeout on the field.
With 2:29 to go in the first half, Snider 14, Mishawaka 6. There was a great story in the Journal-Gazette this morning on the chemistry that has developed this year between Isaac Stiebling, Turner, Bramley, Hippenhammer. Those guys play year-round 7-on-7, and they have big game championship experience playing together with AWP.
That's correct. They went down and won the national tournament for the first time in AWP's existence. You know, they've had some good teams. They've had some really good quarterbacks come through AWP. Zach Terrell, to mention one that plays for Western Michigan, very good quarterback that they've had. But Stiebling and Aiden Smith, along with all the wide receivers from around here, not to mention just these guys, but Ben Skoranek and Kreider and guys like that can get out there and just completely open up a field. And, when you do that all summer and then you come here, it's just a rhythm thing. It's second nature. It's like in basketball when you know where the guy's going to be before he even gets there. And that has really helped the Panthers out. 7-on-7 especially is, it's huge. Huge for the offensive weapons.
And Kurt Tittman says it also doesn't hurt that Stiebling has all the physical tools you want in a quarterback at 6'4", 190 pounds, and he'll be on his way next year to Eastern Michigan. Snider looking to add points before the break. On top, 14-6. On 1st and 10, Stiebling calls his own number, darts across the 25 to the 20s, hit hard right around the 20-yard line, which was the marker needed for a first down. Stiebling got the first down. He also got a nice hit.
Whacked. He did. And you know what? Stiebling will have an opportunity to start next year probably at Eastern. I watched him play last weekend against Miami of Ohio, and he'll have an opportunity there.
He's in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Throws to the flat left. It's caught by David Turner. He dodges a defender. Scampers to the 15, and he's wrapped up there. Luke Shively. A safety comes in with the stop. How about the quickness of David Turner to elude the first man and make another miss?
Yeah, the 3 missed tackles there for the Cavemen. They can ill afford to do that against David Turner, who's one of the more sure-handed receivers in the state of Indiana for sure.
1:43 to go in the second quarter. Stiebling takes the snap, hands it off to Money Woods. He sprints out to the right side and is forced out of bounds short of the first down marker. The linebacker, Kevin Pinks, forcing him out.
Yeah, they just kept stringing him out on that. It was a good play there by the Cavemen. Now they got about a second in. Is it third down? It's third down and 4.
3rd and 4 for Snider at the Mishawaka 14.
Surprised they didn't spread them out again, John.
Snap. Handoff. Woods runs outside the numbers to the right. Has a first down, and he's pushed out of bounds.
Clock stops once again with 1:02 left. And they're in the red zone now, for sure. The Panthers trying to run a lot behind big number 70 Zendon Dellinger right now. He's actually made 2 huge holes there for Money Woods, and now they've got him spread out again. Not sure if Stibling's confused on this play or not.
Play clock at 10, game clock at 1:02 and stopped. First and goal for Snider at the Mishawaka 8. Stiebling takes the snap, throws left. The pass is tipped, incomplete, but a flag comes out. It was intended for Mac Hippenhammer, who had a cornerback on his back. Hippenhammer wanted the flag, and he got it.
Yeah, he had him right on his back. He had a piggyback going right there as the ball got there. He got there just a little too early. That's only going to be a half a distance, though, play inside the 10. So doesn't kill you too bad. It's better than giving up the touchdown, that's for sure. But now we'll see if they put Dom Scott in there. Nope, Money Woods is going to stay in there and see if they go power here with, what do we got left here, 58 seconds?
It was Scott who scored Snider's most recent touchdown. First touchdown tonight was a pass, Isaac Stiebling to David Turner. First and goal for Snider at the Mishawaka 4 with 58 seconds left in the half. Shotgun snap for Stiebling. He runs right side, has space, touchdown Snider! Isaac Stiebling, he can air it out, mobile as well. A 4-yard touchdown run, and Snider extends its lead to 20-6 with 55 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Wow, what a good series there for the Panthers. Get on the board right before halftime because they're going to have to kick off to start the second half.
A chance to make it 21. Paul Boosman out for the extra point. The 5'7" junior's kick straight through. Another scoring drive from Best Deal Auto Sales. If you want to score on your next drive, choose a car, truck, or SUV from any of the Best Deal Auto Sales locations around the Fort Wayne area. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales. 55 seconds to go in the first half. Snider 21, Mishawaka 6. You're listening to the Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week on ESPN 106.7.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctor, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy. And IPT accepts all insurance coverage. IPT is open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offers same-day appointments. With 14 conveniently located clinics, go to IndianaPT.com to find a clinic near you. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. Celebrating 27 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit IndianaPT.com.
Let's send it back to the field. Presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
The Ryan Dellinger, John Nolan at Wayne High School. Snider leads Mishawaka 21-6 in the Class 5A regional title game. Isaac Stiebling, the quarterback for the Panthers, with a 4-yard touchdown run. Snider kicking off from right to left now, and on the kickoff attempt, there was a whistle.
For legal procedure, they passed the ball before it was kicked, so Snider will have to re-kick it 5 yards back. I don't understand why they don't try to kick this deep.
That one was popped up in the air onto the far side, only at about the 30-yard line. Trent Morgan with the kick from right to left. It's on the ground. A worm burner picked up at the 35 by the fullback for Mishawaka, Peyton Marshall. And he fights forward across the 45, is tripped up at the 47. Good field position for Mishawaka with 49 seconds before the half. It's not a quick strike offense, but they have a short field.
Yeah, I don't agree with that play call there. Kick the ball deep. Make them earn it. And then get them back farther. They're not quick strike. Now you're given an opportunity to be fairly quick from their own 46-yard line.
The senior quarterback who wears number 3, Darian Phillips, under center, has a receiver to his left, 2 to his right. Drops back to pass for the first time tonight. Throws, it's incomplete. Went off the fingertips of Samuel Eggleston. Would have been a gain of about 6, but too much air underneath the pass attempt. Incomplete. It's 2nd and 10 for Mishawaka at the Cavemen 46.
And that was Dom Slaughter on the coverage there. He had him blanketed. I'm not sure they would have got much out of that even if he completes it. See, I'm still not sold they're going to throw the ball here, John.
Well, again, Phillips is only attempted about 4 passes per game, but he throws on 2nd and 10. It's caught with hook and ladder. Peyton Marshall near sideline, crossed the 25, pushed out of bounds inside the Snider 20. The pass was thrown to Ryan Robolewski, who then pitched it back to Peyton Marshall. And with 36 seconds to go in the second quarter, Mishawaka is suddenly in business.
And that kickoff could come back to haunt the Panthers for not kicking it deep.
Snider 21, Mishawaka 6. Clock running. Now stops as Phillips spikes it. Mishawaka has all of its timeouts.
I believe they only have 2 left, John.
Take that back, 2. You're right.
Yep. But, where are they at? They're at the 15-yard line. They can use any play now. Run. They can run the ball. They can pass the ball. They've got the whole playbook available now.
With 32 seconds to go before the half. Keep it here at halftime. We'll give you scores from around the area here. Local teams playing for titles in every section. 2nd and 10 pass is thrown to the left hash. It's caught, and it's a touchdown. For Darian Phillips, just his 6th touchdown pass of the season. A 15-yard strike. With 26 seconds to go in the half, the Mishawaka touchdown brings the Cavemen within 9. It's 21-12.
Yeah, I told that kickoff definitely gave them a lot better.
Touchdown caught by Vernon Wells, his first touchdown of the season, only his 4th catch all year.
Yeah, Phillips Daniels has a good play. He made one guy miss, and he was in the end zone. Now they're probably going to go. They're going to try the extra point. At least they're going to line up like they're going to try the extra point.
Already a bit of trickeration on this drive. We'll hit the hook and ladder.
It's a big extra point here. Still a little bit of confusion here. Maybe they're just waiting for the timeout to end, John, and now it has.
Isaac Nunes, first extra point tonight, hit the left upright. It was no good. His 2nd attempt. He swings the right leg, and again it hits the left upright. No good.
Well, I say I've never seen anybody hit the upright once, but twice in one half. He better get a lottery ticket.
Deja vu all over again on special teams for Mishawaka. And so it remains a two-possession game with 26.3 seconds left in the first half. Scoring drive there for Mishawaka. Brought to you by Best Deal Auto Sales. If you want to score on your next drive, then choose a car, truck, or SUV from any of the Best Deal Auto Sales locations around the area. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales. Well, Mishawaka, we said not a quick strike offense. Well, they struck quickly there.
They did with the hook and ladder play. Really caught the Panthers off guard right there. It was a really good play. Actually, I'm surprised he didn't score on it. Luckily, Snider was able to get some guys with a good angle to get it. But they got 26 seconds to try to score, and with that offense, it's not impossible.
Snider does feature a quick attacking offense. That hook and ladder play, here it's a regional championship game. That's something you draw up in the backyard, right?
Yep.
Nunez's kick from left to right is picked up at the 5 and running out towards the near sideline after making a defender miss into Mishawaka territory. That is a big-time return. Demarius Ridley. The Snider Jr. with a big return, and he's knocked out at the Mishawaka 30 with 14 and a half seconds to go in the second quarter.
And Snider has 2 timeouts left and a kicker that last week kicked a 42-yard field goal, so they need to pick up, I would say, at least 15 yards here to get him within range. But all of our scoring coming here, potentially right here at the end of the first half.
First and 10 for Snider at the Mishawaka 30. Isaac Stiebling throws it into the flat. It's caught by Money Woods. He has space to the 15, to the 10, towards the 5. He fumbles, and it rolls out of bounds. With 4 seconds to go in the first half.
You have to kick the field goal here if you're the Panthers. You don't have enough time.
First, Snider will call a timeout to discuss.
They had that play well set up. Remember I told you they had that rollout play and then they come back the other way. They actually do a run out of that too, but timeout by the Panthers.
Timeout with 4 seconds remaining in the first half. Snider 21, Mishawaka 12. It's the Class 5A Regional Championship game. Snider has won in this round 3 of the last 4 years. Snider football, with a couple decades worth of dominance, has won 14 regional titles. Mishawaka only 2 regional titles to its name. Its last Class 5A title came all the way back in 91, 3 years removed from a 4A title. So you say kick a field goal here.
I do. I get the points for sure if you can get them, because you're going to give the ball back to them for the second half and extend your lead. You probably don't have any time left on the clock. I mean, if you're going to do anything, you got to throw absolutely a bullet on a quick slant, and hopefully he catches it and gets in the end zone. But I kicked a field goal here and get the for sure points if I were Coach Shipman. But he's a gambler, and here the offense comes back out on the field, and we'll see what he draws up right here.
Ball spotted left hash at the Mishawaka 4. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Mishawaka's defense late in getting out onto the field. Man in motion left to right. The snap to Stiebling. He rolls right, throws to the end zone. Touchdown! Mac Hippenhammer. Just about a buzzer beater to close the first half. And Snider leads Mishawaka 27-12.
Just like I called it, a pass play.
A flurry of points in the final minute after what had been a slow-tempo first half. And now Paul Boosman, a right-footed kicker, on for an extra point try. Good snap, good hold, the kick, straight through. At the high school level, the scoreboards show tenths of a second. There are 0.3 seconds. So in basketball, that's just enough time to tip one in. And in football, theoretically, it could be enough time to return a kick, but
Absolutely.
I don't think we'll see that here.
Absolutely, this is the time you kick the play they kicked last time, the short one. So, but Snider told you, a big, quick offense, and there they are in the end zone right away just before halftime. They've done that 3 times this year, where they've scored with under a second to go in the first half.
It was Demarius Ridley who had that big kick return to make it possible. The Snider students, bare-chested on a night with a temperature about 40 degrees, waving Snider flags, running on the track here at Wayne Stadium at Wayne High School. Snider 28, Mishawaka 12.
Those no-shirt guys have got a lot of, they're crazy. I see Chase Phelps down there, who just signed with the IPFW baseball team. He will certainly not be without sleeves for a long time in the baseball season.
Bobby Pierce requires shirts on the field at IPFW.
Yes, he does.
Kick from right to left called back. Last time Snider attempted to kick off, there was an illegal procedure. It looks like the case here again. So instead of kicking off from the 40, Snider will have to kick off from its own 35. 0.3 seconds left in half number 1.
Even here, even an onside kick type play would be okay.
Barring a penalty, here is the last play of the second quarter.
Yeah.
Trent Morgan squibs it forward. Snider may recover after the ball caromed off of a Mishawaka player. And that ends the first half. After 24 minutes, it's Snider 28, Mishawaka 12. An exciting first half, maybe even closer than the score indicates, but Snider striking for 2 touchdowns and Mishawaka 1 in the final minute of that half.
Yeah, it was, I don't know if I expected a high-scoring game, but I didn't expect to have all of the scoring in the last 3 minutes of the second quarter by both teams. You know, the hook and ladder play, brilliant. They executed that perfectly, and then Snider, a big kickoff return, and then a quick touchdown. And that's the way we end the half, 28-12.
Snider on top and in position to win its 4th regional title in the last 5 years, but still another half to go. And Kurt Tittman is certainly still expecting a dogfight in the second half. We'll step aside. Coming up here at the half, we'll recap this first half. We'll check scores from around the area here. It's playoff football in the middle of November. Lots still to come here at the half. You're listening to the Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week on ESPN 106.7.
It's challenging when you're trying to find an auto mechanic that will correctly diagnose the problem, repair it properly, and charge you a price that doesn't leave you counting the days to your next paycheck. Cruzy Automotive Service treats your car like they treat their family's cars, and they've been trusted by Northeast Indiana customers since 1971. For scheduled maintenance or repairs, visit Jim Cruzy at Cruzy Automotive Service on Lima Road just north of Wallen. Call 489-1089 or find them online at cruzyautomotivein.net.
Making it easy to get the best deal.
For 16 years, Northeast Indiana finds the best deals on quality previously owned vehicles at Best Deal Auto Sales. Reliable vehicles offered at or below wholesale prices. The selection is great and the deals are even better at any of the Best Deal Auto Sales 4 Northeast Indiana locations. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales.
Best Deal Auto Sales.
BestDealAutoSales.online.com.
Are you having a party for the big game again this year?
No, my wife said she hated all those people invading her kitchen.
Yeah, I had that same problem until I got my man cave and wet bar built by Serenity Kitchen and Bath.
Serenity Kitchen and Bath? I didn't even know they built man caves and wet bars.
Serenity Kitchen and Bath is known for their high-quality kitchen and bath upgrades. But did you know they can renovate your basement into the entertainment area you've always wanted? They are experts on building man caves, wet bars, custom entertainment centers, and even wine cellars that can accommodate your entire collection of fine wines. With more than 25 years in the construction industry, the designers at Serenity Kitchen and Bath can make your dream become a reality. They are so confident in their installation, they provide a 5-year warranty on your entire entire project and a lifetime warranty on all tile work. Additionally, the owner personally inspects every job to assure your satisfaction. So don't delay. Book now to ensure completion before the big game. Learn more at SerenityKitchenandBath.com or call 749-7028.
Let's send it back to the field. Presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
Class 5A regional tonight between the 10-1 Snider Panthers and the 8-3 Mishawaka Cavemen. We're at the half now at Wayne Stadium at Wayne High School. Snider's band out on the field to perform here at the half as the Panthers lead the Cavemen 28-12 with Ryan Dellinger. John Nolan filling in for Brett Rump here tonight, who's across the state at Valparaiso, where the IPFW men's basketball season tips off tonight. And if you're looking for that, it's over on the AM dial on 1380. But glad to have you along here for high school football action on a crisp Friday night in the fall. And an exciting first half.
Yeah, it is. We knew both teams could score, and they've certainly done that. Both teams doing it quite differently. You know, Snider going through the air majority of the time, and then when they get down around the goal, they run the ball, whereas we actually saw the Cavemen run an unbelievable hook and ladder play just before halftime. You don't see that work very often. In fact, I saw it 3 times in one game this season, and it worked 2 out of 3 times, and they executed it perfectly, caught Snider off guard. And the Cavemen are actually moving the ball very well against Snider, but that early turnover and then not covering on that kickoff at the end has really helped Snider have this 16-point lead. And the big thing for the Cavemen coming out of halftime will be you can't go 3 and out. If you go 3 and out and Snider gets the ball and goes right down the field and score again, that's when you hit the danger zone against the Panthers. And they go wide open offense after that, and they just dominate usually after that. We've seen that in almost all of their wins this season, except for against Dwenger, when Dwenger was able to punch them back in the mouth and stay in the game. So I look forward to an exciting second half.
Anything surprise you in that first half?
Not really. I think it was what it was built up to be. You know, a run first team in the Cavemen, and Snider. I think their passing offense has been a little better this week than last week. Their kickoff coverage has been better than it was last week, so those are all good signs for the Panthers. And the Cavemen, you know what? Their wide receivers have been open, just missed. So, you know, that's something that I'll be able to work on here coming in the second half. I think it's going to be a shootout in the second half myself.
And Snider's offense on the season has averaged 46 points per game. Mishawaka, not quite as potent, but still averaging 32 points per game this year. And as we've talked about, doing it in different ways. But someone's season, in this case right now, it looks like Mishawaka's season will be on the line. So potentially you have to break away to do whatever it takes to stay alive.
Yeah, absolutely. Snider was in a similar situation last year. They had to go down and play against Westfield, and Westfield was ahead at halftime, and then the seniors decided it was time to play ball, and it really does come down to the seniors in the second half, when you're behind especially, you know, and if you can get a little momentum going to start the second half, and that belief factor goes up in your team. We talk about that a lot with our baseball team. If you believe, you can exceed, and, you know, if they can come out and get a quick touchdown and be right back in the game, they got to make an extra point. They're pretty much at the point now they're going to have to go for 2. For their next 2 scores if they get them. So Snider very stingy. I saw a stat earlier in the week that in the second half, both of these teams' scoring tends to drop off, which tells me one thing. Snider's been in a lot of blowouts. So their offense isn't out on the field. You know, they had 63 points at halftime against Northside and didn't score again. And the Cavemen, it would tell me that teams figure out their offense. And if that's the case, they could be in for a long second half.
Coming up here at the half, we'll recap the scoring from the first half, but when we come back, we'll send it to studio. Bryce Vince behind the board here tonight, and he'll give you an update on scores from around the area with Class Regional Championship games all over the place. About 8.5 minutes away from the second half at Wayne Stadium, where Snider leads Mishawaka 28-12. You're listening to the Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week on ESPN 106.7.
Are you having a party for the big game again this year?
No, my wife said she hated all those people invading her kitchen.
Yeah, I had that same problem until I got my man cave and wet bar built by Serenity Kitchen and Bath.
Serenity Kitchen and Bath? I didn't even know they built man caves and wet bars.
Serenity Kitchen and Bath is known for their high-quality kitchen and bath upgrades. But did you know they can renovate your basement into the entertainment area you've always wanted? They are experts on building man caves, wet bars, custom entertainment centers, and even wine cellars that can accommodate your entire collection of fine wines. With more than 25 years in the construction industry, the designers at Serenity Kitchen and Bath can make your dream become a reality. They are so confident in their installation, they provide a 5-year warranty on your entire project and a lifetime warranty on all tile work. Additionally, the owner personally inspects every job to assure your satisfaction. So don't delay. Book now to ensure completion before the big game. Learn more at serenitykitchenandbath.com or call 749-7028.
It's Thursday night, and you're grabbing drinks with some friends. Started off with a pitcher for the table, which quickly becomes 2. There's pool. And there's the photo booth.
All right, everybody squeeze in. Say cheese.
Followed naturally by an order of wings. And another.
Can we get some extra ranch sauce?
Then there's the ceremonial nightcap.
So what are we doing this weekend?
And lastly, it's back to the car, which, if you're buzzed, could be the most expensive night of your life. Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Now back to high school football. Presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
And welcome into the ESPN 106.7 studios. I'm Bryce Vance, studio producer for tonight's matchup of Snider and Mishawaka. We'll get you back out to Wayne Stadium in a moment, but we're going to look at some scores from around the area. Starting off with the 4A sectional. It is already into the fourth quarter as it did get underway at 7 p.m. this evening. Bishop Dwenger is up 6-0 over the Plymouth Rockies. That one again in the fourth quarter currently. In 3A, Belmont has just taken a lead over West Lafayette, 21-20. That one is at halftime. 3 different Belmont running backs with touchdown, actually just 2. Mason Shinneberry with a 10-yard touchdown catch, and Caleb Hankinson with 2 touchdowns on the ground this evening. Down in 2A, in Woodland, they are coming back to Winchester currently. They are down 5 points, 26-21 to Winchester. Woodland has 3 different running backs that have scored touchdowns on the ground this evening. Trayvon McCarter, Jeremiah Castle, Jackson Rhodes have all scored on the ground for the Woodland Warriors. Down in Adams County, Adams Central still trails Northfield 21-7 in 1A sectional right now. Andrew Hammond with the 1-yard touchdown for the Flying Jets. That was in the first half. That one is already in the second half action. As other scores going on in around college basketball, IU is up 82-41 over Eastern Illinois. That one is just about to wrap up. Usually games heard on ESPN Radio 1380, not tonight, but Purdue is up 78-33. Local product Caleb Swanigan with a double-double this evening, scoring 11 points and having 11 rebounds. Over on ESPN 1380, IPFW is tied with Valpo. Last updated scores 7-7 after the first media timeout. Going around the scores one more time before we get you back out to Wayne Stadium with John Nolan and Ryan Dellinger. Bishop Dwenger leads Plymouth 6-0 in the fourth quarter. At halftime, West Lafayette is down 1 point to Belmont, 21-20. In 2A, Woodland is creeping back in this one. Winchester is still up 26-21. That one is also in the fourth quarter with Woodland driving on Winchester currently. And the last one in the area tonight in 1A, Northfield is still up on Adams Central in second half action, 21-7. Those have been the scores from around the area. After a quick timeout, we'll get you back out to Wayne Stadium with John Nolan and Ryan Dellinger. This has been a scoring halftime update from ESPN Radio 106.7 FM.
Making it easy to get the best deal.
For 16 years, Northeast Indiana finds the best deals on quality previously owned vehicles at Best Deal Auto Sales. Reliable vehicles offered at or below wholesale prices. The selection is great and the deals are even better at any of the Best Deal Auto Sales 4 Northeast Indiana locations. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales.
Best Deal Auto Sales.
BestDealAutoSalesOnline.com.
We asked kids what it took to be a dad. This is what they had to say.
A father is always present. I mean, what real father figure can you have if they're not there?
In order to be a good dad, you need to love your son. You need to put gas in your car so you don't break down in the middle of nowhere. And you need to make them breakfast.
Yep. I mean, just to maybe play like a board game with me, or to just stay home and play some video games with me. Just to do like that one little thing is what I really look forward to.
I'm not asking him to be a perfect dad, but he should try. He's just a constant force in my life.
There's no other type of love like a dad's love because it's not comparable to anything else.
Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's 6:42 p.m. Time for Steve Plato and his son Dylan to do the dishes. They talk about everything from the yuckiness of girls to the awesomeness of his soccer team. Sometimes they don't talk at all. Then, hey! The dreaded splash fight. It's Dad O'Clock, and it's the best time of the day. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's high school football, presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
And at the half at Wayne Stadium at Wayne High School, it's Snider 28, Mishawaka 12. Both teams coming back out onto the field now, getting set for half number 2 in this Class 5A regional title. Snider looking to win its 4th regional title in the last 5 years and win its 15th overall regional title in program history, while Mishawaka is looking for its 3rd ever regional title. John Nolan here filling in for Brett Rump tonight, who's on the call of IPFW basketball over on ESPN Radio 1380. Don's tipping their season off against Valparaiso on the road, and alongside Ryan Dellinger. And Ryan, you got a scoring summary from the first half. A lot of it coming from the final minute of that second quarter.
Yeah, it's easy to do the first quarter because the only scoring in that quarter was at 7:10 when Isaac Stiebling hit David Turner on a 31-yard strike to give the Panthers their first lead of the game. That capped a 48-yard drive. The Panthers' extra point was good, and they were up 7-0. Then in the second quarter, it was Mishawaka on the board at 10:52 when Darian ran the ball in from 1 yard out. That capped a 20-yard drive, which was set up by a block punt of all things. That capped a 20-yard drive. The point after attempt was hit the left upright. Remember that, people, because I'm going to say that again here shortly. It hit the left upright, and Snider was up 7-6. Then at the 6:40 mark of the second quarter, it was Snider on the board again when Dom Scott ran it in from 11 yards out. That capped a 65-yard drive. The point after attempt was good. Snider was in the lead 14-6. And this is when the flurry of scoring began. Back again at the 55-second mark of the second quarter, Snider scores, which would be one of 3 scores in the last minute when Stiebling runs it in from 4 yards out. That capped a 78-yard drive. The point after attempt was good. Snider was up 21-6. And then with just 26.3 seconds to go, it was Mishawaka on the board again when Phillips hit Daniels on a 15-yard touchdown pass where he broke a tackle, but that's really not the play of that drive. It was the hook and ladder that set all that up, and that capped a 55-yard drive. They tried the point after attempt, and once again, they hit the upright on the left side of the goalpost. So 2 times in a row they hit it. The Panthers were up 21-12, and just when Mishawaka thought they had them right where they wanted them, there was 26 seconds to go, and they kicked off. And Demarius Ridley returned it about 60 yards on the kickoff, which left about 14 seconds to go. The Panthers ran 2 plays and were in the end zone with just 0.3 of a second to go when Stiebling hit Hippenhammer for a 4-yard touchdown pass that capped a 30-yard drive. They kicked the extra point. And this is where we stand at halftime, 28-12, with the Cavemen receiving the ball to start the second half.
And what are you looking for in the second half?
Well, I think for the Caveman, just keep doing what they were doing. They were getting great push with their offensive line, but the one thing they can't do is keep trading touchdowns with Snider. It is just impossible to do that against a high-powered offense. Like I said, a lot of times the high-powered offenses shut themselves down. It's sometimes not the other team that does it. New Palestine's a high-scoring team who is winning tonight on the other side of the bracket. But they're not winning big. So you get to this time of the year, and defense usually travels. And if the Cavemen can find their defense here in the second half, they could get right back in this game.
When you talk Snider, you talk tradition. How could experience help the Panthers here in the second half?
Well, last year they were down at half against Westfield, and then they turned it on in the second half on a very cold night down in Westfield, Indiana. Wind was howling, and then the Panthers decided to turn it on. The run game picked up. They had some big plays over the middle to their tight end, and they were off and running. And that propelled them into the semi-state game, where, ironically, if they win tonight and Westfield wins, it's going to be a rematch of the regional last year, but it will be a semi-state game for the right to go on to state. So a lot of football to be played here in the second half.
And by the way, Westfield right now in a tight one with Kokomo. They are already underway in the second half. Winner of this game takes on the winner of Westfield Kokomo next Friday night in the semi-state rounds. And for Snider, the mantra here, if you will, in this age of social media has been #5Dubs, and that you need to win 5 games, your 5th one being at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indy. 2 under the belt so far. And Snider looks to get the 3rd of those 5 dubs. Dub short for W and win.
You're pretty good on that slang. You don't use that a lot in the baseball vernacular, do you?
Well, your starting pitcher could get a dub.
A dub, that's right.
Although, yes, I think it is a little bit less commonly used in baseball verbiage. About 39 degrees as we get set for the start of the second half, and we are at Wayne Stadium at Wayne High School. Snider typically plays its home football games at Northrop Stadium, Spooler Stadium, but with the rain coming down during the week and how much that field is used during the season, better conditions here at Wayne High School tonight. And after half of football, the field is in fantastic shape for the final 24 minutes.
And no wind. The wind is completely stopped. I mean, it's a light, very light breeze out of the west now.
Which has been beneficial for Snider, the only of these two teams that passes the ball. Snider kicking off from right to left. Trent Morgan serves it into the air. It's caught at the 20-yard line and bringing it out across the 30, just shy of the 35-yard line. For the Cavemen of Mishawaka, there is Daniel Hasham. So now Cavemen offense with the white jerseys, maroon pants, white helmets, numbers on those helmets in maroon, going from left to right. Start of the third quarter, Class 5A Regional Championship. On 1st and 10, the quarterback, Darian Phillips, drops back and then runs. And he is stopped after a gain of about 1. Phillips, a run-first quarterback in his 3rd year leading this Cavemen offense. And he certainly is savvy in this offense that, if you are just joining us, is unique for Mishawaka. A wing T, triple option, a la Navy or Georgia Tech at the collegiate level, and type of offense that Snider hasn't seen in years. And so the guys on the field tonight haven't seen it ever. 2nd and 6. Short run up the middle, and it'll set up 3rd down for Mishawaka.
And this is where the Mishawaka needs to pick this up. If they've got a punt right here, they could be in dire straits going the rest of the way. But they're still getting a good push, still reading off their center. Snider this time has moved their linebackers up about a half a yard to be a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Mishawaka has it at its own 40-yard line, 3rd and 3. It's a handoff for a gain of a couple, and then Snider's defensive line gets big. Austin France, a 6'4" sophomore, came up from the line.
First down.
But forward progress gives the first down to Mishawaka. Handoff for Vernon Daniels there. So that moves the chains for the Cavemen.
The Panthers, though, had a pretty good push on that. They actually had a push on the first down play, but they just missed him. So Snider once again here getting some fairly good penetration.
Darian Phillips under center. Peyton Marshall behind him. Man in motion. The quarterback keeps it himself, and Phillips has a gap. Near sideline across midfield, past the 45, out of bounds at around the Snider 40-yard line. It's another first down for Mishawaka.
And that was another play where Janari Brown for the Panthers had him in the backfield. But, he, like I talked about before, he had his shoulders turned towards the inside rather than squaring the quarterback up. And you're able to get out of the tackles when you're like that. And that was just a big run by their quarterback. Phillips
has averaged 114 yards per game on the ground. Hasn't had a chance to get out into space too much tonight, but that time gets a nice chunk. 1st and 10 now at the Snider 37 for Mishawaka. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. It's a fake handoff. Phillips runs left to the middle of the field, and he's tripped up short of the Snider 30-yard line. 5-yard gain.
He ran out of 2 tackles there again. Panthers have him deep. They're not hitting him around the waist and bringing him down. He ran out of, I believe, that Marcus Green's tackle that time for the Panthers, and then a linebacker he was able to get through too. So he's calling his own number. It's the right call right now, John.
Now it's 2nd and 5 at the Snider 32-yard line. Again, 2 receivers left, 1 right. 4 on the line for Snider, 3 linebackers. It's a handoff and running left guard across for a first down into the Snider red zone. There's Peyton Marshall, the fullback. After Phillips, it's Marshall who's the second best rusher for this Mishawaka team. And he was dragging a few defenders with him there towards the end of that run.
Yeah, it was just a quick hitter there, and they caught Brelsford going out for the pitch play rather than reading the play, and that's what was able to get that big gain there for him.
1st and 10 for Mishawaka at the Snider 12. Mishawaka has it left hash. 9:14, 3rd quarter. It's a handoff again for Marshall. Breaks 1 tackle. Falls forward across the 5. It's a first down for Mishawaka. 28-12. Snider leads Mishawaka with 9:08 to go in the 3rd quarter. And it's now 1st and goal for Mishawaka. The ball spotted at the 1. We had 3 touchdowns in the final minute of the first half. And now in the opening drive of the second half, Mishawaka is knocking on the door. Phillips, the quarterback, sneaks it behind center. Touchdown, Cavemen. Talked about how big the first possession of the second half would be for Mishawaka. And the Cavemen drive down the field, get 6. After scoring their first 2 touchdowns, the extra point went off the left upright. This time, Mishawaka will go for 2. It's a 10-point game, 28-18. This could make it a 1-possession game. Phillips keeps it himself. He's wrapped up, and he's shy of the goal line. The 2-point conversion attempt is no good. Snider's defense allows a touchdown, but comes up with a stop, and that keeps it a 2-possession game at 28-18. Scoring drive for Mishawaka brought to you by Best Deal Auto Sales. If you want to score on your next drive, choose a car, truck, or SUV from any of the Best Deal Auto Sales locations around the area. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales. Break in the action with 8:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. It's Snider 28, Mishawaka 18. You're listening to the Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week on ESPN 106.7.
Before or after the game or anytime, Pizza Hut invites you to come in and enjoy a large, hot-from-the-oven pizza with your choice of crust and toppings beginning at $11. Or have you tried Pizza Hut's award-winning Wing Street Wings? Available in 3 styles and 8 great flavors from mild to hot, Wing Street Wings are crowd pleasers. Want exclusive deals and savings? Become a Hut lover by signing up at PizzaHut.com. With dine-in, carry-out, or delivery, order America's favorite pizza and award-winning Wing Street Wings at Pizza Hut. The perfect post-game destination is your convenient hometown Pizza Hut.
Grass, clay, or hard court, wherever the game is played, we'll be there. WFGA-FM, Hicksville, ESPN Radio 106.7. Welcome to Friday Night Football, presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
Onside kick from left to right for Mishawaka, and it's recovered by Snider. Evan Schumacher, a senior defensive back in on special teams, and he is not caught napping.
Yeah, that play gives the Panthers really good starting position in the second half, and see if they spread them out again. Steveling was very good on the run. I think he's probably the reason why it opened up their passing game, quite frankly.
Snider will start its first possession of the second half at its own 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, the senior Isaac Steveling's in the shotgun, takes the snap, throws left sideline. It's caught by Mac Hippenhammer, who's pushed out of bounds into Mishawaka territory. Wait to see where it's spotted. Close to a first down. It'll either be second and short or first down, and indeed, the chains move. Snider with a first down on its first play of the second half.
And Steveling's easy read is there. See how far off the defensive back is. If he's playing 10, 12 yards off, it's just a quick pass play and one-on-one.
Hippenhammer, the lone receiver on the left side. Steveling takes the snap, throws for Hippenhammer left side. It's caught. Marginal gain down and around the Mishawaka 42-yard line. Spotted up at the 40, and so that makes it 2nd and 4 for Snider at the Mishawaka 40. 8:20 to go, third quarter. Snider 28, Mishawaka 18. Class 5A regional. It's a handoff for Dom Brown. He's across the 35, busting forward to the 30. He's tackled after picking up a first down. He was met by the linebacker, Devin Gunnett. But another first down for Snider in black, moving from right to left.
Yeah, he just ran right into the back of the tight end, Bryson Haft and Big Zenden Dellinger, and then just read which way to go, and he had a big gain.
2 receivers right, 1 left, pre-snap movement and encroachment on Mishawaka.
Well, Snider just getting he's been able to use that hard count quite a few times now. That's the second time they've been called on it. Now they see if they, I don't know if they'll try a deep pass here at this down and distance, but, they just got a free 5 yards on that play.
To make it 1st and 5 now at the Mishawaka 24-yard line. Snider leads the Cavemen by 10 and is driving. Shotgun for Isaac Steveling. Drops back, has time, looks, throws, incomplete. David Turner had that one go off his fingertips, and he was rocked at around the 16.
Yeah, he took a big hit right in the stomach on that play. And Bramley's saying, hey, buddy, there was nobody guarding me down the deep post on that play. And see if they go back to that. But that was the play I thought they might run there over the middle, 5 yards. See if they go back to the run here. Dom Scott is a powerful runner.
Hurry up offense for Snider, and Scott already has a touchdown run today. Steveling calls his own number, runs up the middle, now scoots to the left side, and he's out of bounds inside the Mishawaka 20. That's a first down for Snider.
Yeah, and that was a broken play, John. He was going to give that ball, but he mishandled the ball. It was wisely he kept it and ran it himself. So a big first down for the Panthers, keeps the ball and keeps the clock running.
The Eastern Michigan University-bound quarterback looks to the sideline for the play call. With 7:35 left, third quarter, Snider in front of Mishawaka 28-18. 3 linemen for Mishawaka in the white jerseys. And Steveling will give it on a jet sweep off to Mac Hippenhammer out to the right side, just outside of the numbers. He's wrapped up after a gain of a few. Tackled by Devin Wakes, a cornerback.
Yeah, it looked like that's the exact same play they tried with Turner in the first half and got nothing out of it. This time it was good blocking by their tight end that time to open up a lane for him to get 4 big yards.
So it's 2nd and 6 for Snider, now at the Mishawaka 13. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Snap, handoff for Scott, outside the numbers to the right, breaks the tackle, fights forward to the 5, towards the pylon, he's in! Touchdown Snider, a 13-yard touchdown run for Tom Scott, his 2nd of the night, and the Panthers push their lead to 34-18.
Wow, what a good answer drive by the Panthers here in the second half.
Mishawaka scored on its opening possession. Snider answers right back. And now Paul Boosman, the junior kicker, who is 64 for 68 on extra points coming into tonight, a 94% clip. Looking to go 5 for 5, and he does. Snider 35, Mishawaka 18, with 6:48 to go in the third quarter in this Class 5A regional. There's another scoring drive from Best Deal Auto Sales. If you want to score on your next drive, choose a car, truck, or SUV from any of the Best Deal Auto Sales locations around the Fort Wayne area. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales. Snider's offense on the season has averaged 46 points per game. It hasn't necessarily come easily tonight, but you're seeing the level of talent and, better yet, execution from the Panthers.
Yeah, absolutely. The Panthers are doing a much better job of their execution on offense right now.
16-3 Penn.
For the Snider students who are bundled together in the bleachers in front of us to our left, it's just a bit warmer when your team's on top. 35-18 with 6:48 to go in the third quarter. Trent Morgan kicks it in the air from right to left. It's caught by Kyle Edwards at the 15-yard line. Runs it out towards the 30, breaks the tackle up to the 35, and he's forced out on the far sideline.
We do have a quick score update. The Kokomo game with 4:43 to play. Kokomo's up 21-19. So the winner of this game will advance to play the winner of that game next Friday night.
That'll be semi-state. Keep you posted on that one here as we go along. And don't forget, after our game tonight, it's the Indiana Physical Therapy post-game show live at Pizza Hut on East State. Dean Jackson and Michael McIntyre will be there. Ryan will join in. 1st and 10 for Mishawaka at its own 36. Darian Phillips goes up the middle, but is plugged after a gain of just about a yard.
Yeah, I think one way the Panthers could stop that run up the middle is move that linebacker almost right up to the line of scrimmage, make him work wide a little bit more, and see if that works. Because what they're doing is they're bringing the back that's around on the right side. He's coming around and getting through there, and they've used that play almost religiously here in the second half.
It's a tight formation for Mishawaka. Only wide receiver is on the right side. Man in motion. It's a handoff to the fullback, Peyton Marshall. Runs up the middle, breaks a few tacklers, fights forward. Doesn't go down, but forward progress is stopped.
Yeah,
Didn't get a first down. It'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, they had him deep that time, but he just powered through it. The Panthers aren't really getting any low drive on their tackles, and that's allowing the runners to get the extra 2 or 3 yards.
Marshall, a hard-nosed 5'9", 185-pound senior who's averaged 73 yards a game on the ground this year. And he scored 5 touchdowns. 5.5 minutes left, third quarter. Mishawaka faces a 3rd and 2 and its own 44. 4 on the line for Snider. It's a handoff for Marshall. Again, fights off initial contact. He's marked down close to the spot he needed, the 46. And that is a first down for Mishawaka.
Wow, just walked right up. That was very close. They have a lot better view of it than you and I, John, so I trust them. Watch out for that hook and ladder play again here. It's about the same spot they were last time.
Mishawaka, a team that rarely throws the ball, executed A perfect hook and ladder that set up a touchdown inside of the final 30 seconds of the first half. Phillips fakes, and the quarterback keeps it himself, marching towards midfield. He's hit and brought down by Zach McDowell, sophomore on the defensive line. 2nd and 4 for Mishawaka, now at the Snider 48. Snider leads 35-18.
The clock just keeps ticking here.
Well, that is a problem for Mishawaka, trailing by 17. They only average about 7 pass attempts a game. On 2nd and 4, it's a handoff up the middle and just shy of a first down to about the 45-yard line. They'll give them the first down. To the 44 in Snider territory. Mishawaka methodically moving from left to right.
Yeah, and oddly, if they play Kokomo next week, they're going to see similar offense. Yeah, whichever team makes it there is going to see about their same. If Mishawaka sees it, they'll see like a clone of themselves out there.
Mishawaka running a triple option on 1st and 10 at the Snider 44. The quarterback Phillips and fakes and keeps it himself and doesn't have much to go. Now for Snider, they were talking about coming into this game. The toughest part perhaps of going up against Mishawaka is that they do the same thing nearly every single play all night long. And so you need to stay disciplined every single down.
Yep, you do. And you can't give up any big plays. You know, that quick hitter they had last time was a big play, even though it was just a straight dive.
Snider leads by 17. Mishawaka has the ball right side. Phillips runs outside towards the numbers. He's wrapped up and pushed backwards. Back towards the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long for the Cavemen.
Oh, that was probably one of the better defensive stands by the Panthers there, other than the 4th down play that they stopped him on. They had good penetration, but I keep watching the Snider linebackers. They're getting further and further back in where they're starting at, and I'm not sure if that's called by the coaches or if that's just happening now because they're possibly even getting tired being on the field so much.
Janari Brown, a senior linebacker, was in on that last tackle. 3rd and 8 for Mishawaka. Play action. Phillips rolls right. He dumps one forward. It's incomplete. Intended for Peyton Marshall.
I think they have to go for it here.
It's 4th and 8 at the Snider 42 with 2:54 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And last time they had a play similar to this, they ran that option play and got 8 yards. And that's about where they're at right now, needing 8 yards. Or do they go pooch here? You never know.
Well, Snider's scouting report said that Mishawaka likes to go for it on 4th down anytime it's 4th and 4 or less. Here's a case where it's 4th and 8, so not such a comfortable spot for the Cavemen. But the offense stays on the field.
See if they go double A-gap blitz here.
4 down lineman for Snider. Phillips fakes a pitch. Now he throws out towards the left sideline. It's hauled in. 1st down and more. Peyton Marshall, the fullback, out of the backfield, makes the catch on the left sideline. And Mishawaka converts a 4th and 8.
That play took a long time to develop.
Marshall pushed out at the Snider 16.
Yeah, that was on Dom Slaughter there. Actually had pretty good position, but just a nice passer, nice touch. He got it away just in time because he was getting pressure.
Phillips was hit as he threw that one. Snider 35, Mishawaka 18. 2.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Hands off, Marshall. The workhorse plows forward, and he's tripped up just shy of the 10-yard line.
And really, that play has been their bread and butter here in the second half. I'm surprised the Panthers haven't done something to try to stop that spot from being run in every time.
Zach McDowell on the tackle. 2nd and 6 for Mishawaka at the Snider 12. Been a while since either side had a stop.
Yeah.
On 2nd and 6, handoff, Marshall, left guard, and he's stopped. Gains a few. It'll be 3rd down.
Good hard run that time.
4 yards picked up. It's 3rd and 2 for Mishawaka. Now at the Snider 8. Ball spotted left hash. Mishawaka going from left to right. Flag behind the right end zone is still. 3rd and 2, a QB keeper up the middle. And it's a first down for Mishawaka as Phillips is stopped at about the 4-yard line. 1st and goal now for the Cavemen with 1:15 and ticking to go. Like you said right now, with Mishawaka's style of play, it's starting to lose clock.
Yeah, once again, they'll probably run that play they've been running just off the left tackle. No, wow.
Phillips runs into his own man on the exchange. And he gets pushed back for a loss. Marcus Green, the senior defensive end.
You can hear the hit all the way up here where we're at. That's a big hit, buddy.
Our microphone is not down on the field.
That's
it's up
right.
in the press box.
And that pushed them all the way back to the 5 with the clock running.
Down to 33 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Snider leads by 17. Mishawaka threatening. 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. 1 man in the backfield, that's Peyton Marshall. Phillips. Hands off for Marshall, goes up the middle. Touchdown, Mishawaka, with 18 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Another good hard run there, John. That was basically right up the middle.
And so Mishawaka hanging around. It's 35-24. Isaac Nunez comes out now for an extra point attempt. His first 2 attempts hit the left upright. A right-footed kicker. Snap, hold, swings the leg, and knocks it straight through. No issue at the left upright for the first time tonight for Mishawaka. And that makes it a 10-point game. Snider 35, Mishawaka 25. Scoring drive brought to you by Best Deal Auto Sales. If you want to score on your next drive, choose a car, truck, or SUV from any of the Best Deal Auto Sales locations around Fort Wayne. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales. Snider 35, Mishawaka 25. Class 5A Regional. It's the Partners' first Federal Credit Union high school football game of the week on 106.7.
And now, your Crumback Chevrolet starting lineup. Silverado, the benchmark of full-size pickups. Stronger, smarter, and more capable than ever. Impala, delivering refinement and efficiency in a full-size sedan for 50 years. Crumback helps you get the most out of every gallon with the groundbreaking Cruise Eco, delivering 42 miles per gallon. The starting lineup from Crumback Chevrolet. 930 East in New Haven, celebrating 44 years of helping the Fort Wayne area find new roads. Online at CrumbackChevy.com.
It's high school football presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
18 seconds left, 3rd quarter. Mishawaka with an onside kick after scoring a touchdown. Kick from left to right at about the Snider 45-yard line. There's a scrum for it. Officials waving players away.
They did get it.
And Mishawaka recovers the onside kick. Snider 35, Mishawaka 25, and the Cavemen have the ball.
Snider just not ready for that onside kick. All they got to do is fall down on it, and they're not ready for it. They've been swimming it every time. You got to have those guys ready to field that ball, but another good play by Mishawaka with 12 seconds to go here in the 3rd.
Fresh off a touchdown. Peyton Marshall rushed it in from 5 yards out just a few moments ago. First and 10 at the Snider 46, and before the snap, a flag. And it's offsides on Snider. First and 5 now.
Momentum has definitely swung to Mishawaka's side right now. You know, they're hitting on offense. They just got them to jump here, and they're going to have the ball here to start the 4th quarter when we get going.
Mishawaka's section of Wayne Stadium across from us, not full, but considering it's about 90 miles away, great support for the Cavemen, who are 8-3, looking for their first regional title since 2012. QB keeper in Darian Phillips scoots straight forward. Appears to have the 5 yards necessary for a first down. It stops the clock with 9 seconds to go in the third quarter. After the chains move, Mishawaka's offense waits to break the huddle, and that'll be it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters, it's Snider 35, Mishawaka 25, and the Cavemen have the ball at the Snider 35-yard line. Should be an interesting fourth quarter. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Indiana Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week on ESPN 106.7.
Are you having a party for the big game again this year?
No, my wife said she hated all those people invading her kitchen.
Yeah, I had that same problem until I got my man cave and wet bar built by Serenity Kitchen and Bath.
Serenity Kitchen and Bath? I didn't even know they built man caves and wet bars.
Serenity Kitchen and Bath is known for their high-quality kitchen and bath upgrades. But did you know they can renovate your basement into the entertainment area you've always wanted? They are experts on building man caves, wet bars, custom entertainment centers, and even wine cellars that can accommodate your entire collection of fine wines. With more than 25 years in the construction industry, the designers at Serenity Kitchen and Bath can make your dream become a reality. They are so confident in their installation, they provide a 5-year warranty on your entire project and a lifetime warranty on all tile work. Additionally, the owner personally inspects every job to assure your satisfaction. So don't delay. Book now to ensure completion before the big game. Learn more at SerenityKitchenandBath.com or call 749-7028.
We're back to the field, presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
First and 10 for Mishawaka at the Snider 35. First play of the fourth quarter, and it's a handoff. And running behind the line on the right side, Peyton Marshall picks up 4. Snider 35, Mishawaka 25. And for the Cavemen now at the Panthers 31-yard line, it's 2nd and 6. One receiver right, 2 men in the backfield, man in motion. It's a handoff for Marshall up the middle. Gets about 1, and then he's dragged down by Zach McDowell, big defensive lineman for the Panthers. John Nolan filling in here for Brett Rump tonight. And Ryan Dellinger, so glad to have you along. Class 5A Regional. Snider has won in this round 3 of the last 4 years. Has 14 regionals to its name. Only 2 for Mishawaka. On 3rd and 4, it's a handoff, and Peyton Marshall picks up a couple. Looks to be just shy of the first down marker, and now a massive 4th and 1 for Mishawaka at the Snider 29.
If you're the Panthers, you almost have to sell out here with your linebackers and force them to go wide. That's the one thing the Panthers have not made them do here in the second half. And now I see the linebackers are only a half yard off the line of scrimmage. They got to watch the ball.
10 in the box for the Panthers in the all-black. On 4th and 1, it's a handoff for Peyton Marshall, who picks up a couple. First down to Mishawaka. Snider has led throughout.
Mishawaka, a good play. They're just running off their right tackle that time. He made a nice lane crease, and he was through there. And once again, they're on the move.
From right to left. First and 10 at the Snider 23. 10 minutes ago, 10-point game.
And you got to think the Panther defense is getting tired. They've been out there forever the second half.
The 5'10" senior signal caller, Darian Phillips, changes the play at the line. Keeps it himself, goes forward for a few. Across the 20 and down at the Snider 16. 2nd and 3.
And Snider just unwilling to make any changes in their defensive scheme there. Maybe even go to a 5-2. Put another big guy in there right in the middle. Take one of the linebackers out or even a safety.
Mishawaka looks to the far sideline for the play call. 9:15 to go, fourth quarter. Snider protecting a 10-point lead. Phillips fakes the handoff, keeps it himself across the 10, and he's tripped up from behind, falling forward to the 5-yard line. Might have been a touchdown-saving tackle in the second level. Dominique Slaughter, the junior cornerback, with the stop. Now it's a first down, though. Now it's 1st and goal from the 6. On a 39-degree Friday night, under the lights at Wayne Stadium. Snider at 10-1, Mishawaka at 8-3. It's been a hard-fought, well-played game on 1st and goal from the 6. Phillips keeps it himself, runs outside to the right, and is stopped after a couple.
I think he actually gave that ball to Marshall on that play. Right at the last second when he was getting tackled, he put it in there.
Both seniors. Execution has been stellar on those tight exchanges.
This is where the Panthers can excel because they can get everybody close to the line.
Crowd on both sides becoming more vocal. On 2nd and goal from the 4, Phillips plows forward and is stopped just short. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 2 for Mishawaka. Inside of 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Snider 35, Mishawaka
Wouldn't be shocked
25.
if they don't run the exact same play, John. Why change it? They haven't covered the center.
The 5'10" Phillips calls out the play at the line. 3rd and goal from the 2. Phillips keeps it himself. Dives forward.
He looks like he's in from this angle.
The officials go to check. No signal yet. Touchdown.
I thought he was in.
The Cavemen cut into Snider's lead with 7:25 to go in the 4th quarter. Snider 35, Mishawaka 31, as the extra point unit comes on for the Cavemen. Isaac Nunez, 1 for 3 so far tonight on extra point attempts. Had 2 go off the left upright in the first half. Snap, hold, kick.
Right.
It's good. And it's a 3-point game with 7:25 remaining in the 4th quarter in this Class 5A regional. Scoring drive for Mishawaka, brought to you by Best Deal Auto Sales. If you want to score on your next drive, choose a car, truck, or SUV from any of the Best Deal Auto Sales locations around the area. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales. Snider 35, Mishawaka 32. You're listening to the Partners First Federal Credit Union High School Football Game of the Week on ESPN 106.7.
For 16 years, Northeast Indiana finds the best deals on quality previously owned vehicles at Best Deal Auto Sales. Reliable vehicles offered at or below wholesale prices. The selection is great and the deals are even better at any of the Best Deal Auto Sales 4 Northeast Indiana locations. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales.
Best Deal Auto Sales.
BestDealAutoSalesOnline.com.
Let's send it back to the field. Presented by Partners First Federal Credit Union on ESPN Radio 106.7.
Class 5A Regional, Snider 35, Mishawaka 32. After Mishawaka's second consecutive touchdown, the kickoff from right to left. And last time Mishawaka onside kicked it, Snider suspecting perhaps another onside kick there. More guys up front. And the return out to only the 13-yard line. And that is where Isaac Stiebling and company will set up on the field for the first time in what seems like forever.
Yeah, this is only, I think, their second possession here in the second half.
Scored a touchdown on the first one.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the Snider 13. It's a handoff. And running outside to the right, it's Money Woods who gets across the 15 and is spun forward down at the 17. It's 2nd and 6.
And now, oddly enough, Snider's the one trying to run some time here.
The Panthers have led throughout. Right now, it's as close as it's been, 35-32. As close as it's been since early in the first half.
See if Snider goes with their own call. Stiebling calls his own number here and tries to run it.
2 receivers each side. A whistle and a timeout is called by Snider. Stops the clock with 6:39 to go. Fourth quarter, the Panthers clinging to a 3-point lead on the Cavemen. For Snider, it's a team that has bonded together so well this year. Coach Tippmann, in his address to the team leading up to this game, was saying he wanted to make sure that they could play another week. Really, the goal is to play a couple more weeks still, make it to Indy.
And right now the goal is to play the last 6:39 of their best football of the season. Their offense here, if they can get a couple first downs, they're going to make Mishawaka have to call some timeouts here in the second half.
Fans in black and gold, bundled in blankets on the near side. Student section to the left, just about even with where the ball is spotted. Snider has it at its own 17, 2nd and 5. Stiebling takes the snap, runs right towards the 20-yard line. He falls forward. Picks up 3. It's 3rd and 2.
Yeah, they tried to run over the right side that time, and he ran into his pulling guard that time, ran into him and knocked him down. He had a bit of a lane there, John.
Critical play now with 6:10 to go in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 2. It's a handoff for Money Brown, and Money Woods, I should say, and he has the first down. Running right.
That time he had the right side sealed off by Matt Thornton, who's been injured all season, and Big Zenden Dellinger sealed off that right side, and that was able to give him just enough room to get the first down. But that's going to run some more clock for the Panthers.
Clock inside of 6 minutes. Snider leads Mishawaka 35-32. For Snider now, it's 1st and 10. Its own 23. Ball spotted right hash. Play action. Stiebling rolls to his left, throws across the middle. It's incomplete.
Whew, that was a dangerous pass, John.
Intended for Matthew Thornton. It went off his hands in the middle of the field around the 30-yard line, and there were a lot of white jerseys in the vicinity, but fortunate for Snider, no white jersey picked it off.
Yeah, absolutely, and that time it's Thornton, who's fresh off an injury. I'm surprised they don't have Bryson Half out there when they have a passing play.
2nd and 10, 5:41 left. Stiebling throws left. It's caught. David Turner near the line of scrimmage. He scampers forward to the far sideline. Picks up about 6. It'll set up 3rd and manageable.
But he went out of bounds.
And that stops it with 5:33 left in the fourth quarter. Snider 35, Mishawaka 32. His first ever meeting between these two. On the far side right now, an animated Mishawaka sideline. Cavemen getting their fans into it as well. It's 3rd and 7 for Snider at its own 27. Stiebling takes the snap, rolls right, throws, near sideline. It's caught at the 35. Malik Bramley with the catch, and that is a Snider first down.
And then Stiebling rolled to his right, and he had Bramley going down, and he just cut off his route, came back to the ball right at the first down marker, took one step and another first down. Now we'll see if the Panthers want to go more run here than throw, because they really wasted at least a minute there in that last 2 possessions that they had. So see if they try to do some running here, either the quarterback or the running back.
Kurt Tippmann says seniors win big games. There's one senior connecting with another. On 1st and 10, another pass. Throw across the middle. Incomplete.
Flag.
And again, close. As that one was thrown into traffic. Flag is out on the near sideline at the 37.
I think that's on them. I think that's on Mishawaka for holding.
Clock is stopped with 5:01 to go, fourth quarter. Snider 35, Mishawaka 32. And indeed, it's holding on the defense. And the Snider offense and the All Black get some free yards.
Well, if it's a 10-yard penalty and you're going 10 yards, it's a first down. There we go. Should be a first down.
Chain gang a little bit slow to move.
I was going to say, it's kind of awkward they're not moving when the first down, 10 yards is 10 yards.
But now
there we go.
They are on the move. And those yellow first down markers, yellow and black, Snider colors, are set up. Snider has a 1st and 10 at its own 45.
Pass
Play
again.
action, throw, left side. It's caught. Mac Hippenhammer dodges a defender into Mishawaka territory and is spun towards the sideline on the far side after a gain of about 7.
No, he got to go back 2 yards there. His knee went down.
Ball spotted instead then at the 50-yard line with 4:49 to go. And there's a timeout on the field called by Mishawaka.
I'll try to get you a score update of the Kokomo game here. See who potentially one of these two teams could play. We'll see.
Center Grove tied it.
See what they've got here.
Winner of this one advances to semi-state next week to take on either Westfield or Kokomo.
Kokomo has won and has advanced. So if Snider holds on to win, they will host Kokomo next weekend. Looks like the final score was 21-19.
So a close one there. It's a close one tonight at Wayne Stadium and Wayne High School. Tonight home to Snider. 4:49 to go, fourth quarter. Snider 35, Mishawaka 32. The Panthers have the ball at midfield, facing a 2nd and 5.
So the winner of this game hosts next week no matter what.
Isaac Stiebling in the shotgun. One man behind him to the right. One receiver left. 2 to the right. 3 down linemen. Play action. Throw near sideline. Pass is dropped.
My God.
Malik Bramley had real estate in front of him. He dropped it at the 22. That one just barely floated over the fingertips of the cornerback, Devin Wakes, who at first appeared to have an interception lined up for him. He missed it. And then Bramley couldn't hang on. It's 3rd and 5.
That was the game-winning touchdown right there, and he dropped it. Just plain dropped it. I am so shocked that Snider's not trying to run some time off the clock.
4:43 to go on 3rd and 5 from midfield. Stiebling takes the snap, rolls right, throws, and it's caught! David Turner hauls one in at the 22. No! Incomplete!
Did he drop it? I couldn't see it from this angle.
The near sideline judge rules incomplete, and you hear a chorus of boos. It seemed to be a sensational acrobatic catch.
Wow.
And now it's 4th and 5 with 4:35 to go, and Snider is forced to send the punt unit out, and Mishawaka figures to get the ball with a chance to take its first lead of the night, or at least tie.
Well, Snider, I can't believe they didn't run the ball. 7 straight plays, no runs. They should have ran the ball and ran at least 3 minutes off the clock. 4 minutes. There'd be about a minute left in the game, but they elected to throw.
Remember, Mishawaka blocked a punt back in the first half. Max protection for Snider. The kick is off from Trent Morgan. It's a good kick that is fair caught at the 15-yard line by Adam Heatherly. And so Mishawaka will send its offense out onto the field with 4:27 left in the fourth quarter. Snider puts its defense out there attempting to protect a 35-32 lead. It's the Class 5A Regional.
Wow, hopefully that play does not come back to haunt Malik Bramley. Dropping a wide open pass right in his hands. If he catches that, John, he could run backwards into the end zone. Here we go.
So even here in a late game situation, Mishawaka with the same offensive approach it's had all night, all season long for that matter, the triple option. Darian Phillips, the senior, under center. keeps it himself for just a gain of 1. 4:20 left.
See, Snider's defensive backs are creeping up. They've got to watch, make sure somebody's in center field just in case they try a pass here. Be very disciplined if you're the Panthers at this point.
You can count on one hand the number of times that Mishawaka has passed tonight. It's a handoff for Peyton Marshall, and he is stuffed. Law Johnson, the big sophomore, plugging the hole for Snider, and now it's 3rd and long. 3rd and 7 with 3:45 to go.
Yeah, I'd be keying on Phillips here. Somebody better be spying him because he likes to have the ball.
Listen to the Panthers fans come alive. Mishawaka has 3rd and 7 at its own 20. Phillips rolls right, throws,
and he drops
dropped
it
at the 35-yard line. Daniel Hesch was wide open for a first down. He couldn't hang on as he fell to his left. A flag around the line of scrimmage. It's illegal on Mishawaka, and it's
move him
declined.
back. I think you got to move him back. Move him back. No, you got to move him back because you want him to go another down and have to run another play. Move him back.
It appears that the penalty has been declined, making this 4th and 7 for Mishawaka at its own 20 with 3:26 to go in the fourth quarter. It's Snider 35, Mishawaka 32. Here's the biggest play of the game so far.
Does Snider sell out and go all blitz here?
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Darian Phillips, the senior, under center. Drops back to pass. Throws. It's another
they got it again.
At the 30 to the 40. Space left sideline into Snider territory. It's Vernon Daniels inside the Snider 35. The second time tonight, towards the end of a half, that Mishawaka executes a hook and ladder. Holy cow.
And that's why I say Snider should have moved them back rather than give them the opportunity on a short pass play. Snider was not in bump and run. Great pass play once again by Mishawaka.
Pass was caught by Ryan Robluski. He flipped it to Vernon Daniels. Now 1st and 10 at the Snider 32.
Holding.
Phillips keeps it himself. The quarterback runs right side of the line across the 30 to the 25, but there's a flag in the backfield, and it's likely holding against Mishawaka with 3:08 to go in the fourth quarter. Snider 35, Mishawaka 32.
Chose a chop block. That's a 15-yard penalty.
Costly for the Cavemen.
15.
So from the Snider 32 now to the Snider 47, it's 1st and 25 for Mishawaka. The winner gets Kokomo next Friday night in semi-state. The loser, that's the season.
Yep, that's it. That's all she wrote, basketball season. The clock is winding. I don't know if Kokomo or if Mishawaka actually knows that clock is running.
It's under 3 minutes to go now. Tight formation. Phillips fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, and he's wrapped up after a gain of just 1. 2:40 left.
They need to tell the defensive guys to lay on them until the officials tell them to get up. You got to watch that hook and ladder again, John.
They've done it twice so far tonight.
What a game, John. Brett takes the night off and you get the game.
It's a fun one. We're glad to have you with us here on ESPN 106.7 tonight. 2nd and 24 at the Snider 45 for Mishawaka. Phillips back to pass, throws across the middle, incomplete. It was a fairly short pattern. Pass was intended for Greg Burns. That would have brought them back just to the original line of scrimmage. Now it's 3rd and 24. And remember, with the exception of those hook and ladders, Mishawaka doesn't throw the ball often.
Well, I would definitely send a linebacker or somebody here to spy on Phillips here or even rush the quarterback. But now is the time for the defensive backs for Snider to stand on their head and make a play this year.
3rd and 24 for Mishawaka
timeout
at the Snider 45. And the timeout is called before the snap. by Mishawaka. What a game here in the Class 5A Regional.
It's been a whale of a game. The ebb and flow of the game was all Snider in the first half, and now all Mishawaka here in the second. Snider trying to hold on for their life to advance to the semi-state to host a game against Kokomo.
Snider has led throughout. Mishawaka fumbled on its opening possession of the game. Snider then scored and hasn't looked back since.
I'm curious to see, do you know who the timeout was? Was it Mishawaka?
It was signaled to Mishawaka.
Okay, so they're down to one timeout.
Pass back to the quarterback.
I believe one timeout. Yes, they took one when they were on defense, so they are down to one timeout. Another huge play here for the Panthers. Got to be disciplined again.
2:15 to go, fourth quarter. Snider 35, Mishawaka 32. The Cavemen have it at the Panthers 46. It's 3rd and 24. Tight formation. Phillips fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, throws, it's tipped and intercepted. Snider interception for the quarterback. Dominique Slaughter. It went off the hands of Ryan Robolewski, the Mishawaka wide receiver, and Slaughter picks quite the time for his first interception of 2015. Snider's offense takes over with 2:08 left, looking to ice a 3-point advantage.
And they only have one timeout left. Mishawaka does, so time is on their Panthers' side here. They just got to be smart. They better not throw the ball.
Last trip they did, but now only 2:08 to go. And
one first down will do it, too.
Isaac Stiebling not in the shotgun, under center, I formation, one receiver each side. It's a handoff to Dom Scott, who runs right side of the line, and he's tripped up short of the 30-yard line. Inside of 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Snider leads by 3 in the Class 5A Regional. And the clock burns.
And they haven't even wound the clock yet, so he's got to be watching the clock. They have 1 second to snap that ball.
Play clock currently at 15 with the game clock at 1:35. I formation once again. Mishawaka puts 9 in the box. 2nd and 9 for Snider at its own 28. It's a handoff. Dom Scott again breaks a tackle across the 30. Fighting, sniffing towards the 35. For a moment, everyone played in slow motion. And now a timeout is called by Mishawaka that stops the clock with 1:16 to go. Snider's looking at 3rd and 3.
And Snider here. Be interesting to see if they call a quarterback boot with everybody selling out in the middle. See if they do that with Stiebling, but you don't know here. As well as they've run the ball, they got to run the ball here. No passing. Time is their friend right now, and they've got to be smart here. Of course, the winner of this to meet Kokomo next weekend.
In semi-state. Scott on initial contact when he was hit there, you could tell the Mishawaka defenders in the area were going for the ball, trying to create a turnover here. It's a desperate time for the Mishawaka Cavemen. They've had a tremendous season, 8-3. Losses against only the likes of Penn and Cathedral and South Bend Adams, and then they avenged that loss against last week in winning a sectional title.
You know, for an undersized team, they've played with a lot of heart tonight, and that has really shown here in the second half for the Cavemen. Now a huge third down play. A first down will end it for the Panthers.
1:16 to go. Isaac Stiebling under center, hands it off. Dom Scott, he's got the first down and more. Breaks the tackle, runs near sideline across midfield. 30, 20, and pushed. No, he's not. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Snider. A 65-yard touchdown run for Dom Scott. And Snider adds to its lead with 1:03 to go.
Wow, 65-yard run.
He had only one man to beat by the time he got to the 20, was pushed from behind. It looked like he was going to go out around the 10 or 15, but he kept his balance, tippy-toeing down the near right sideline for 6. 41-32 Snider. And now Paul Boosman is on for an extra point attempt. Good snap, good hold, the kick, good. 42-32 Snider with 1:03 to go in the fourth quarter. And that big scoring drive for Snider brought to you by Best Deal Auto Sales. If you want to score on your next drive, choose a car, truck, or SUV from any of the Best Deal Auto Sales locations around the area. Best value, best financing, best deal at Best Deal Auto Sales. And again, for Snider, a senior coming up with a big play in Dom Scott.
He would not be denied on that one, would he? He just got out there and was gone. I think the defensive guy thought he got him out of bounds, and somehow he stayed in bounds. Great balance by Dom Scott, 65-yard run. When you're selling out, those things can happen if you don't get them after the initial hit.
5'10", 210-pound seniors, 19th touchdown of the season, or I should say 20th, his second tonight.
Now will they kick it deep? What do you think?
Well, one thing there for Mishawaka actually benefits from the fact that he scored once he got down to the 20. One of those spots where some coaches perhaps would want you to take a knee down at the 1-yard line rather than go in. But again, a problem for Mishawaka is that not only is it down 10 points, it has a hard time moving the ball quickly. Bare-chested Snider students and cheerleaders doing push-ups on the track at Wayne Stadium behind the Snider sideline. Trent Morgan kicks it in the air from left to right. Received at the 10-yard line by Ryan Robluski. Runs near sideline across the 30. Gets stopped there with 55 seconds to go. Mishawaka's offense will come out at its own 33. Just 55 seconds to go, and Snider leads Mishawaka 42-32 in his Class 5A regional.
We'll see if Snider here goes with maybe their nickel package and play everybody back and play some zone defense here. Really, you want them to run. Yeah, actually, it looks like what they did. They took out one of their defensive linemen and put in an extra safety or corner on this package.
Only 3 on the line for the guys in black.
There go hook and ladder again.
Phillips throws to the right side. It's caught. An attempted hook and ladder. It's fumbled, and Snider recovers.
Wow. Third time's not the charm, John. They tried it. They would have had it, too.
And the third turnover forced by Snider is a charm. With 48 seconds to go, that should do it. Jubilation on the Snider sideline. And looks of disappointment across the way for Mishawaka.
Mishawaka, man, what a team. Man, that offense is hard to defend, and you better get up on them early or you got no shot because they run the ball effectively, and they play with a lot of heart, man, a lot of heart.
And with Mishawaka out of timeouts, Isaac Stiebling takes the snap, takes a knee. And one more will do it. Remember, stay tuned. Coming up next, the Indiana Physical Therapy postgame show live at Pizza Hut on East State Street. Join Dean Jackson and Michael McIntyre to recap all the action tonight from around the area. 25 seconds left at Wayne Stadium. Snider ready to put this one on ice. Stiebling takes a knee, and that's going to do it. The Snider Panthers victorious. Snider, for the 4th time in 5 years, wins a regional title. The Panthers' 15th regional title in program history. The final score tonight, Snider 42, Mishawaka 32. Hard earned for the Panthers tonight as they advance to take on Kokomo at home next week in semi-state action.
Yeah, there no love lost between those two teams. They faced each other in the state tournament probably about 3 or 4 times, and Snider's had their number. But we'll see next week when they have to travel here to play at Snider's home field, wherever that might be, Northrop, Homestead, heck, we don't know. Maybe we're at St. Francis. We don't know, but be here next week.
Gritty win for Snider against a hard-nosed Mishawaka team. The Panthers' offense did its thing, and the defense came up with some big turnovers when they needed them.
Absolutely. It's that those seniors at the end came up big. Dom Slaughter there with the nice interception there on the deflected ball. Snider, I think, survived one tonight, quite honestly.
And the final score, Snider 42, Mishawaka 32. A lot of fun. If they're all like this, I want in on this more often.
That's right. Maybe Mr. Rump will not want to miss any more high school football games, but he's contracted to do IPFW Mastodons basketball, and I'm sure he's enjoying himself tonight up at Valparaiso. But you get a good one. Last year it was McIntyre filling in for him, and he got a good one. So, good for you.
And IPFW basketball is on ESPN 1380 right now.